At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
This is your home for the Chieftains. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Kansas Insurance agents have years of industry experience. Learn more at kansasins.com.
They're going to go for the tie or the lead. Driving in like they want to go for the tie. Jason Bird able to kiss it off the glass. Broncos still in that zone. Shawnick penetrates, right hand, count the bucket. A chance to tie the game at the free throw line. Nice job keeping the hip back, get behind him now. Can he lift him up and bring him down? Executed perfectly for Brady Martin. Trying to make it too risky, but he does turn it. Tyler Chris, can he get the pinfall? He did! He does it! The young freshman is the 106 regional champion.
It's time for the Chieftains on your home for Tonganoxie High School Athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Ready to get it started once again on a Friday night here in the beautiful Chieftain Arena at Tonganoxie High School, the site for our doubleheader this evening as your Chieftains take on the KC Turner Golden Bears. Chieftain basketball presented tonight by Kansas Insurance. They believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. Let's see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most. Call 913-369-6600 as we cruise along into our S&S Body pregame show. They've been the place to go to in Tonganoxie for auto body and repair work since 1972. Get your ride back in the game today. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. Dylan Funk here, Dennis Drennan on camera. And joining us tonight, Brendan Bolin. Partner, good to have you back here on the call with us. Chieftain doubleheader. It's been a while since you and I have done this, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's been quite a minute. Thank you all for having me. I have the Pat Fields from the scores table yelling at me like, what are you doing here? So it feels good to be back. I know this has been a really phenomenal season, starting off with the women's team so far, 7-5, one of their better tenures in quite some time. I think since I was a sophomore, whenever they had Cheyenne Aaron, Brooklyn Lang, that trio of senior leadership. So I think it's been a really phenomenal season. I know Eckert, whenever he got the hire, he was going to be a phenomenal hire and really elevate this team to new levels, and he's done just that. And I'm excited to see what they can put out tonight.
I mean, they were going well right out of the gate. They started 3-0 for the first time they did that since 2012. Now 7-5 on the year, 4-3 in Frontier League play. Out of conference action here tonight. Hosting KC Turner coming over from the United Kansas Conference. The Lady Chieftains just closed out the Tongi Invitational Basketball Tournament last week. They went 1-2. They had a really tough opening round matchup against Holton. They ended up losing that game in overtime by 6, 46-40. Then they go on to the consolation side. They handled Blue Valley West 40-31 on Friday night. It took on a really tough 6A Liberal team, making a long drive out here to the tournament on Saturday morning in the 5th place game. Had to lead good portion all throughout. Kind of came apart in the third quarter. Give credit to Liberal. They forced a lot of turnovers, points off those turnovers as well. I believe they outscored Tonganoxie 24-9 in that third quarter. So now this Lady Chieftain comes in. Good news for them. They've had 6 days of rest, some time to kind of recuperate from playing 3 straight games in a row last week. Now they come into tonight looking up to pick up another win, and if this is their 8th win, it'll be the first time that they have met that mark since the 2013-2014 season, if they can get it done tonight against KC Turner, who they definitely have the hot hand against coming in here, as Tongi has won the last matchup last year at Turner 48-5, and they have won the last 6 matchups, with the last loss coming back here at the home floor January 30th of 2018, where they lost by 4 points. We're about a couple minutes away from tip-off here in this one. We'll be back with the Wizard of Paws starting lineups in the Lynch Real Estate opening tip-off when we return on Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Community-minded and community-strong. That's what you get at Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. Community National offers big city amenities with the personalization of a small-town bank. They make banking easy with a 24-hour on-site ATM and mobile app that allows you to bank from anywhere. They offer great options on loans, checking and savings accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. Stop by and let their friendly staff serve you at 231 North Main Street in Tonganoxie. Community National Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Member FDIC.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
Welcome again. Closing up the SNS Body pregame show. Dylan Funk, Brendan Bolin, Dennis Drennan on camera here in this one. We got the starting lineups coming up in just a matter of seconds. These are brought to you by our friends over at Wizard of Paws. It is Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpawstongi.com. I would have to assume it's going to be the same usual suspects out there for the Chieftains, but we will wait and see. As I can already tell, you'll have Shawnick, Mazlek, Schooler, Halsa, and Baldock. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it for Austin Eckert, first-year head coach for the Chieftains after spending a few years as assistant under Mitch Loomis. And we will now await the starting lineups from the Turner Golden Bears any moment now. Just waiting to send it down to our PA announcer, the legendary John Tollefson here at Tonganoxie High School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chieftain Arena, Tonganoxie High School, the home of the Chieftains. We welcome our guests from Turner High School, Kansas State High School Activities Association, and Tonganoxie High School, wishing to remind you one of the goals of high school athletics is learning lifetime values. Sportsmanship is one such value that makes these games an educational experience. Remember, be a good sport. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Turner, number 4, a senior, Andrea Ruby. For Tonganoxie, number 1, 5'3" junior, Alyssa Shawnick. 20, the sophomore, Ileana Lopez. For Tonganoxie, number 2, 5'6" junior, Kalia Baldock. For Turner, number 22, a junior, Malaysia Molly. For Tonganoxie, number 15, a 5'4" junior, Emerson Maslach. For Turner, number 24, a senior, Jersey Hannah. For Tonganoxie, number 20, a 5'5" junior, Mara Alside. For Turner, number 25, a senior, Khalees Jones. And for Tonganoxie, number 33, a 6'1" sophomore, Addie Stuhler. Head coaches for this evening's game: for Turner, Brett Esch. For Tonganoxie, Austin Eckert. Officials for this evening's game: Monty McGinnis.
There you go. Those are your starting lineups again, presented by Wizard of Paws. You got the opening tip-off tonight, presented by our friends over at Lynch Real Estate, your hometown real estate company. They'll help you buy your next home and make your real estate dreams come true. Lynch Real Estate, a name you can always trust. And same 5 out there for the Chieftains, and you got Ruby, Lopez, Ali, Hannah, and Jones. 5 out here for Turner. The Chieftains won this game by a breeze last year, 48-5 at Turner High School. Looking for another win here tonight and make it 7 wins in a row against the Golden Bears, or Bears for short. Sometimes they say the Golden Bears, other times they don't, but Bears nonetheless. Good way to refer. Addie Schooler going to be in the center with Jones. Ball's in the air, unsurprised to anybody. Addie Schooler wins the opening tip. Alyssa Schoeneck has it, and we are underway here. Game 1 of our doubleheader on Tongi Sports Live.
Just took that straight out of the air, winning that tip with ease.
She doesn't waste a whole lot of time when you're out there. Tallest player on the roster, 6'1". Maslach up top to Schoeneck, third-year starter. Good ball movement. Baldock trying to feed it to Schooler, a little bit offline. And that'll result in an early turnover here for the Chieftains.
And I like the idea. The quick ball movement works every time. It's just Baldock is too strong on that pass to Schooler, but it was nevertheless a great effort.
Almost dragging the pivot for Ruby, able to pass out of that double team. She gets it up top near to Hannah. Now Schoeneck almost trying to take it away. Does cause the jump ball, however, but it'll stay down here with Turner. Fast hands Alyssa Schoeneck on defense, leading the team, averaging about 5.5 steals per game. By far the leading steal getter for this team, is right behind her in second, I believe, Emerson Maslach with about 1.5 steals per game. Shot can be put up here, a little bit short. And Cleo wisely will just let it go over to the baseline and out of bounds, as Turner's going to be coming out in this full court pressure. This is something we saw about 6 days ago against Liberal on Saturday morning. The Lady Reds coming out in some full court pressure, although it's going to be Turner basketball. So I thought initially they were going to say white ball, say Cleo got a hand on it, but that's going to lead to a 3 open for Hannah. She drills it down, and there's our first bucket of the game via the Golden Bears.
Just left her plenty of room, and she was able to swish it. So nice of Turner to get on the board first.
Now we'll have our first foul of the game on Turner. That pass trying to go down to Farrah Hulsa as it goes right to Hannah. So she picks up her first bucket. 10 seconds later, picks up her first foul. Now Hulsa kind of a little awkward on the inbounds play there, and another turnover for Tongi. Here come the Bears back the other way, trying to pick the pocket. Maslach knocked it loose, and Addie Schooler is able to take control. Schoeneck trying to split defenders, passes it off last second, looking for Schooler, and partially deflected. Another inbounds play coming here for the Chieftains. Down early in this one.
And I want to say, looks to be a little bit of jitters almost. You know, it's been 6 days, so I think you just got to knock off a bit of rust, not playing for a couple days. And, you know, it's not the best look we've seen for the Chieftains so far, but I know it's just going to take a matter of time before they start rolling in the points.
And when results another turnover, so that's already 3 turnovers, and we're not even 2 minutes into this opening quarter, trying to ride out this storm early for Tonganoxie. Jones trying to get separation on Schooler. Gives it back to Ollie. He's guarded by Kalia Baldock. Ziploc tight defense on her. She'll hand it back up here to Ruby. 3 seconds, 2 seconds on the shot clock, and another takeaway. Emerson Maslak gets another one in the game. She brings it up the floor. Also, overhead pass right to left to Shawnick. 2 defenders near her. You know, the Golden Bears going to be looking to try to shut Alyssa down as much as they can in this game. Don't do it that time. Misses the 3 underneath. Schooler on the board, and he goes up strong.
Just using the size to her advantage right there. Had a mismatch down low, just easily puts it up.
Addie coming off a career day against Liberal, the career high 18 points. And what's even crazier is that when you think about it, in that game, she basically only played about 3 minutes in combined between the second and third quarter. She got in foul trouble early on, but yet still highly productive for the Chieftains as they get another takeaway here. And a bucket on the other end does not fall down. Maslak able to get the board. Schooler lobbed it in, looking for Baldock. Credit to Turner, able to get into the passing lanes, kind of muddy them up a little bit for Tongi, making things not so easy, trying to get those entry passes down inside as we have Boyd to number 5 checking in for the first time tonight for Casey Turner. Shawnick triggers the inbounds, catch and shoot. Addie Schooler able to bank it in.
And going back to earlier, there's a nice job by Maslak, not trying to force it up for a second chance. Dribble it out and reset your offense. And then you finally get the inbound play. And again, 2 more points on the board for the Chieftains.
So here's the first lead for Tongi. I believe for Schooler might have gotten a piece of that one. Gets the board one way or the other. Now up the floor we go. Another foul will be drawn.
Shawnick just had no fear whatsoever. She saw an open lane. She wanted to take advantage of it. Did such a nice job doing just that.
This is Shawnick to the free throw line here, shooting 66.7% on that mark this year. Able to knock down the front end, 2-point lead. Looking to make it 3 for the Chieftains coming up as Hulsa gets checked down. Jayla Herrera first off the bench tonight for Coach Eckert. Second one from Alyssa, and she knocks it down.
And I think I mentioned this last year, Dylan. This junior class is so loaded with talent on the floor.
They're going to get an offensive foul there, I believe, on Jones, saying she hooked around. But yeah, about that junior class, though, definitely talented. I think what Dennis and I always go back to on this is that they started getting a lot of experience their freshman year. So 2 years ago, Shawnick being the starter, and you had Maslak and Farrah Hulsa. They really came on during the basketball tournament that year, a couple of years ago, and then they were mainstays in the lineup the rest of the year. Obviously got a lot of playing time last year as well, and seeing the fruition of that really start to pay off this year with the success that they've had.
And I remember it like it was yesterday because I was actually on PA that 7th place game against Eudora whenever Loomis made the switch of, okay, we're going to put the freshmen in and we're just going to see how it rolls. And it turned into Farrah Hulsa, funny enough, having a career day for herself, draining a couple threes, and just the junior class overall just being really productive against one of the better teams in 4A still, and Coach Parker's led Eudora team. So, and his son Cole, also playing for the #1 Division II team in the country, the Washburn Ichabods.
Cole Parker. I had a brief stint while I was at KU covering for the Eudora Times, a local paper there, being the sports reporter, sports editor, and got to know Cole very well that year. His team going to the state tournament. Here's a takeaway. Maslak gets it back. Can't finish it. Herrera underneath. Still keeping control for Tonga. They'll bring it back up top, looking to reset. And both teams not completely 100% settled into this one. Shawnick gets that one to rattle in.
Had to wait for it a little bit, but eventually got it there. And Shawnick, I mean, when you give her a leading role, she's going to blossom into it. I mean, she's averaging close to 20 points a game this season.
19, yep.
She's been quite a story in 4A this season. She's really been a gamer throughout her entire career here so far.
it was really great to see. It was after her performance at Spring Hill. She set a career high in points with 27 and knocked down 6 from downtown, 6 3 balls, and also a career high for most made in a single game. And that's really when you started seeing Sports in Kansas and others starting to kind of pick up on her profile and spread it along. Here she is there. Can't knock that 3 ball down. Herrera just takes it right away, though, from Hannah. So another chance here for the Chieftains. Mazlek driving to kick out. Herrera wants it. She shoots it. Can't knock it down. Long board. And then be tracked in. But another turnover for Turner. So for the Golden Bears, despite the slow start on offense for Tonganoxie, they just have not been able to get out of their own way as they've been giving the ball right back over to the Chieftains. Addie Schooler will check out, and Kaylin Weehee will check in, wearing 34 tonight, not 14. Shauna catch and shoot 3 on the inbounds. It was a little bit long. Up the floor we go on the left side. An open shot, but just missing it. Lead is 5 for the Chieftains. Another kick out to Shauna. Gets by and can't finish it with the right hand. Felt like it was on that rim for an eternity. But it'll stay at this end. Shauna getting defenders off her feet, driving by defenders. You don't see her miss all too often on those lay-in opportunities.
I think it's just a matter of, if there's enough pressure in the paint, it's gonna force an error.
Yeah.
Now we have a foul inside the paint. So
yes, that was Weehee going up to shoot. So this will be the second of the game on Hannah. That's the 4th team foul for Turner. So next one will put the Chieftains in the bonus. Kaylin Weehee, her first trip to the free throw line. First one in the air, high arcing shot coming up just a little short offline as Weehee coming in. Believe it or not, this is her first time at the free throw line in a varsity game this season. She's made it all the way through. This is, I believe, game number 11 or 12 on the year, and her first trips to the charity stripe. Misses both of them, but Adlin Johnson, another key freshman, getting pretty good playing time with the board. He finds his way to Herrera, 3 ball long, but Shonick right there to collect. She goes up with it. Another one that doesn't go. So 3 tries for the Chieftains. Aren't able to get one to go. Tight lid on that rim early for Tongi, and we will have a foul picked up by Weehee, trying to wrestle away that loose ball.
Try to go for the jump, just may have gotten the arm just a bit on the reach-in attempt, so that's what's going to cost her. But I know the Chieftains are going to live and die by the effort of you're shooting the open shots and you're trying to find the selective shots. And I think as long as you make sure that Turner does not score, then I think you can live and die by the shots, especially if you're given opportunities like that.
Herrera, good defense. Shonick able to finish it off. Again, just a slight bobble on that inbounds for Turner. It's now a 10-0 run for Tongi. Another takeaway. Halsa this time on the right side. Good job planting the pivot foot. Weehee able to clean up and finish.
And Halsa did a nice job of pivoting downward to create separation and then going up with a shot and another steal, resulting in 2 more points.
Doing what she has been doing all year long. Alyssa Shonick able to cap off on that. 14 unanswered by Tongi after giving up the opening 3 ball to number 24, Jersey Hannah. And it is a timeout on the floor by Turner. We'll take it with them as we step aside on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Back out of the timeout. It's the first of the game for Turner. They'll have 4 remaining. Tongi was still all 5. As for the Golden Bears right now trying to get an offensive possession going, they've had a bad case of the turnovers, and they get another one here. Weehee able to deflect that one, take it away. And it'll be Shawnick again. Count the bucket for Alyssa Shawnick, already in double figures with 10. Still got a minute and 12 to play here in the opening quarter.
Just going straight through contact. She had already been fouled. The referee waited a second to blow the whistle, and Shawnick just finishing right through contact. And I mean, would it be a shock to make an early count of Shawnick having 20 points in the first half?
No, wouldn't be. And I came in talking with Dennis at this one. We got a nice lunch over at 1886 before we came here, and we were talking about the night that we can expect for Alyssa Shawnick and Addie Schooler and many of these other players here. And we talked about for Shawnick is that we'd be very surprised if she set a new career high of at least 30 points on the night potentially. Johnson, a couple of good shots there, just couldn't get it to fall down. I think the only thing that could stop Shawnick and meeting that mark tonight is just that this game gets too far out of reach, and maybe Coach Eckert starts to take his starters out. We'll see what happens, but back on the attack, here we go. Shawnick, 3 defenders around her, finds Kaylin Weehee and can't finish on the right side. He had 3 opposing colored jerseys around you. I mean, somebody else is open, and Shawnick found Weehee. Just try to finish on that low right block next time, and trying to make up with it, I believe, trying to go for that loose ball, and that'll be the second foul of the quarter for Kayla Weehee, and that'll motion Eckert to go to Kalia Baldock off the bench as she will come in for Kaylin.
I mean, that was almost maybe a SportsCenter top 10 play from Shawnick. I mean, doing pretty much an almost 360 in the paint, finding Weehee right through the needle.
Second steal of the quarter for Shawnick, and just like it is in practice, easy lay-in. And Tonganoxie has now rattled off 19 unanswered points. And they're going to have another crack, and a shot clock will be off. 19.1 seconds to work with.
I wonder if they're going to save it for the last shot. You just got to reset it up top.
You know, I almost wouldn't be so surprised at the way they've been able to take the ball away. I mean, you try to get a quick bucket here, and then maybe go try to get 2. Depending, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
I don't think Shawnick meant to throw it off her foot, but.
And now Coach Eckert's going to want to take a timeout here, 30-second timeout. Well, maybe looking to potentially draw something up and get something open. We'll see what he wants to come up with out of the 30-second timeout. Timeout on the floor presented by the Tonganoxie Public Library. Why pay for downloadable audiobooks when you can stream them for free with a Tonganoxie Library card? Download the Lippy app or visit the library's website to learn more. Also by Kansas City, Kansas Community College, whether you want to take classes in high school or after graduation, KCCC is in your backyard. Check out how college can help you today at kckcc.edu, the official higher education partners of Tonganoxie Sports Live.
I don't remember the exact number of my class that went to KCCC, but I want to say more than 14 that were accounted for. So, I mean, phenomenal program.
Yep, it's good. They got a great partnership here with Tonganoxie, so it allows a lot of students, juniors and seniors, to take some of those classes, get some college credits knocked out. The Chieftains on the attack. Johnson underneath. Under 10 to go for the end of the first quarter. Baseline drive, Herrera lost it. Johnson trying to get it back. So now Turner a chance to put up a final shot here, but it looks like they might be just content to let the time run out, and that's exactly what will happen. Bit of a rough start in the first quarter, but Chieftains finished strong with 19 unanswered points as we head to the second. 19-3 ball game. Lady Chieftains out in front big. Be back after this on Tongi Sports Live, your home for Chieftain Athletics.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great. Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again, why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Start of the second quarter. Chieftains have the basketball in the lead 19-3. Dylan Funk alongside Brendan Bolin doing color with us tonight. Dennis Drennan still on camera. Denny still putting in that work on a Friday night. Another takeaway here for Turner. Turnovers have been quite the story for both of these teams as couldn't quite get control of that one was Boyd. So Maslak able to take it right back. Here come the Chieftains back on the attack. Schooler, kick out far corner three. Herrera doesn't go. Schooler on the board, looking to go up strong, does just that. And a chance to earn them at the free throw line for Eddie Schooler.
I mean, if we're speaking of notable people, walking up the steps right next to us, former principal Mark Farrar. I mean,
how dare you talk about your former principal like that? Mark Farrar, one of my favorite all-time administrators here at Tonganoxie High School. Now principal over at Turner High School, so always good to see him back here inside Chieftain Arena. And Chieftains ended that first quarter. They were down 3-0 early and then retook the lead and then went on a 19-0 run. Schooler misses both attempts at the line here. Deflection out of bounds. You know, we talked about the depth of good players for athletics and stuff. How about the depth of our administrators here, too? Because you had Farrar go over to Turner. That allowed Cody Witt to step in, the head principal job, former athletic director, and then Josie Eastis, longtime geography teacher at the middle school here at Tongi High School, now the athletic director. Love working with both Cody and Josie. Take great care of us here at Tonganoxie Sports Live, as do the rest of the administrators here at Tonganoxie High School.
Dylan, kind of a interesting fact here. 17 of those 19 points have been off turnovers for Tonganoxie in that first quarter alone, which is equally the same amount of turnovers that Turner has in the first quarter, 17.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That is something that Liberal was able to execute very well on against Tonganoxie, part of that big 24-9 run they had in the third quarter to come back and win that one did Liberal. Now we're seeing the Chieftains do the same here tonight. Herrera trying to save that one. Good hustle as Hulse is able to track it down underneath to Schooler. Goes up, can't finish it.
She definitely seemed frustrated about that. She had all the separation when she turned around. Just wasn't quite on target with her shot, but still, nevertheless, a great look.
Long range three, little short. Maslak on a board, full head of steam. Here she comes on the left side, has Herrera on the right, tries to take it herself, just can't get it to fall. Good take, if you ask me. Now a drive at the other end. That one's short. Addie Schooler goes off her noggin. That's one way to do it. And now Coach Eckert is going to call another timeout here.
I think he's just not liking what he's seeing off the bat for Lady Chieftains, so I think he just wants to clean some stuff up.
Yeah, I think that definitely looks something like that. Wanted to talk with his team. We'll step aside. Back in 30 seconds on Tongi Sports Live.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
And Chieftain basketball, Brendan, kind of like what you were mentioning, wanted to just talk with this team here a little bit about the effort, even though they're out to the big lead. Still wants to see them be playing it like it's a 0-0 ball game right now. Not happy with the turnovers. Also able to save that one for the time being. Now this one poked away from Schooler, so Turner again able to create another turnover off of Tonganoxie, but we look at that margin of points off turnovers. It is drastically in favor of Tonga. Would you say 17 points off turnovers in that first quarter?
Yeah, and turnover margin being 17-4 in that first quarter. Shonik leading the way, 13 of those 19 now. I mean, she's already closing in on the mark, so.
Yeah, she's on her way to having herself a good game. 3 ball, much needed one, offline. That one downtown from Ollie, but it does not go. We have Shonik back into the game along with Chloe Hendrickson. Here's Maslak on the left side, kicks it out to Alyssa. Little pull-up jumper just inside the right elbow, a little bit strong off the heel. Schooler fighting for the board underneath, and another possession kept alive here for the Chieftains. Schooler wants it again. They go to her, tries to finish it, just can't do it. Shonik aboard underneath, and she is fouled.
And that's the right idea. Where Shonik, you get that second chance board. You know that you don't have the size advantage, but you know you can go up strong with it and have a chance to put 2 more points on the board, and she did just that.
Averaging 5.3 rebounds per game, second in the team in rebounds behind Addie Schooler at 7.6 rebounds per game. Back to the line for Alyssa, off to a perfect 4-4 start from the free throw line so far. Just a little over about 5 minutes to play in the second quarter, and there's our first points here in the second half. 20 coming at the line from Shonik. Looking to do it again, and she does. $15 points in this first half thus far for Alyssa. She gets another takeaway here. It's her third. And with the right hand, able to finish.
Just a quick poke off that press, and off she goes.
And she just makes it look so effortless and so easy, too. It just amazes me.
And I mean, it definitely helped, too, whenever you added those Euro steps in there.
Mm-hmm. Now, the progression that she has made from being that first-year starter as a freshman, kind of seeing her go through that year, starting to get her confidence, get her feet underneath her at the varsity level. Was solid last year as well, earning honorable mentions in the Frontier League, and now this year definitely well on her way, I believe, and rightfully so. So she'll be getting first-team honors as this passes right to Boyd. Another turnover here for the Chieftains. Shot put up, no good. Waldock will collect on the rebound. Shonik leading the charge. Back up the floor, threads it to Schooler, coming up a little short. Oh, goodness. Got bodies hitting the deck left and right, and I believe we'll have Alyssa Shonik going to be actually going back to the line here. Officials will get together. I want to talk about what they saw. Get the ball back from the stands, head over to the scores table, and looks like we will have indeed 2 free throws. The first foul of the game on Ruby, number 4.
And I think the big thing that got them to that opportunity is just the speed and hustle that the Chieftains had. It was a 1v4, but whenever they had the hustle, and then Schooler did a nice job trailing, and Shonik was able to find that easy look, and then what could have been an easy layup turned into Shonik just doing the right thing and going up again. It's a very large margin now.
Shonik now perfect 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Had some more points on there. Now about 21 points at the 3-minute 59 mark of the second quarter. So we talked about 30 for the game. She very well could have 30 by halftime potentially.
Probably, yeah.
And she's done all of it. Hasn't had to rely on the 3-ball either. You know, shooting it at a pretty decent clip, just under 25% on the season from downtown. But she's been doing it all from 2-point range, getting steals, getting back in transition. And like we mentioned, 7 of those points coming from the free throw line. She's made all 7 free throws for Tonga. Now 7 of 11 on the game at the line. Board underneath, another kick out, another three on the way for Turner, and that one goes down, the second of the game for Hannah. She's got all 6 points here for the Golden Bears.
Eckert wants another timeout.
He's going to take a full timeout this time. We'll take it with him. 26-6, Chieftains large and in charge here. About 3.5 to play here in the first half. Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical weight loss, IV nutrition, laser hair removal, laser skin rejuvenation, hydrofacials, and Botox. Visit ridgemedspa.com to book your appointment today in Tonganoxie. Illuminate your beauty.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
So it has been a game dominated thus far by Tonganoxie, the lead now up to 20 on the game. That was the third timeout taken this first half for Coach Eckert, so 2 remaining the rest of the way. Schooler, another miss inside. You've got to feel like those are going to start going down for in bunches in this one. Schoeneck on a deflection. Hendrickson controls. Chieftains back on the attack, trying to find Schooler underneath, and it goes off her knee. And out of bounds, ball in the way of Turner as Kaylin Weehee will check back in. Addie Schooler is going to get checked out. So coming off that career game against Liberal, 18 points put up despite missing the majority of the second and third quarters for Addie Schooler. Just trying to still find her way in this one here today. She'll head over to the bench. Coach Eckert continuing to coach her up over there. Here comes Adlin Johnson back the other way, finding it to Schoeneck, leading with 21 points thus far in the first half. Driving to kick out Hendrickson. Extra pass to Johnson on the far side. She'll bring it in. Goes up with it. Can't quite bank it in. Weehee fighting for the board underneath. She's had a good first half too. Now Baldock will try a 3 and a little long, but there is Alyssa Schoeneck on the rebound, and she is fouled.
Schoeneck, I like that she's just leading the charge of the offense. And Chieftains still just trying to string some shots together. Just aren't falling, but I mean, they're doing a phenomenal job getting the second and third and fourth chance efforts.
And both teams have had their fair share of struggles with turnovers. Contested layup, not good. That was Johnson trailing behind. Hendrickson up the floor looking for Schoeneck, and she throws it away. So this is part of why we've seen Coach Eckert, your team's up by 20 points. Why are you taking 3 timeouts in the first half? Well, we've seen him and kind of heard the conversations about he believes that this team, they could be leading by a lot more than in this game and definitely be playing a lot better thus far in this game. So just trying to get that message through to his team and try to get him to play better. Again, 6 days off. They last played this past Saturday, the third and final day of the 67th annual Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament. So 6 days off and maybe just a little bit of rust. Here's another takeaway. Mazlak to Schoeneck, and another trip to the line pending here for Alyssa.
It's just a simple pass. Turner jumped a little bit too early. Nice job to thread the needle right down through the paint, and then Schoeneck just going up again with contact. I don't know how many times I have to say it again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same sentence, but she can make them both at the line easily.
Right as you're saying that.
Just jinxed her.
There you go. The old announcer's jinx. Welcome back, buddy. That's her first miss of the night. Previously was 7 of 7 from the line. Again, 66.7% at the line this year. Best free throw shooter on the team. Second attempt on the way, and that one gets spat out too.
Maybe I just don't talk during free throws. I
There you go.
I don't know.
Yeah, hold your breath. Do something over there. We got to get this turned around. That one no good. Mazlak coming away with the board. Shonick weaving her way through, finds Hendrickson, squares her shoulders, fires away, and knocks it down. Chloe Hendrickson. Oh, they say her foot was on the line. They say 2. Here we go back again. Shonick feeding it. That one no good. Hendrickson. Shonick back with the board. Shot it. Her first no good. Not trying to settle in. I was writing down 3-ball for Hendrickson. I guess they say her foot was on the line. It goes about as long range of a 2 as you can get.
Guess so, yeah.
Jones is second. Team's 5th. Maslak at the line, shooting 2.
Now we have somebody else at the line not named Shonick.
22 Herrera into the game for the Chieftains.
She'll be taken out for probably the last minute 42 of this half. So
that gets a little bit of a breather. Lexington with 21 points. Maslak to the line. Second one on the way, and she goes 2 for 2.
That'll be called all day, backcourt violation.
You can't make it that easy on the officials.
Definitely not. And Turner's just trying everything they can to beat the press. And most of the time, their turnovers have been not being able to beat the press.
Herrera drive left. Johnson extra pass to Hendrickson. This will be a 3. Coming up a little short. Johnson board underneath. Goes up strong. Still fighting for it. Adlin Johnson putting in some good minutes. Herrera 3. It goes! Well deserved on that 3-ball for Jayla Herrera, courtesy of Adlin Johnson.
Johnson twice did a nice job sealing in the paint to get those rebounds. But Jayla Herrera was able to finally get a 3 that actually they weren't on the line that time for.
Skips it. Hendrickson to Maslak. Can't go back to back. Weehee fighting for the board. It was tipped out. We'll say last off of Kaylin Weehee, so Turner basketball. She was fighting. I believe that was Hannah. She was fighting for that loose ball with 35-6, about 50 seconds to go for halftime. Johnson, another deflection. Hendrickson has it on the right side. Gonna go herself. Chloe Hendrickson coming up flying. Johnson again, another board. She finds Herrera. Weehee has had a good first half.
It's just a nice job just doing the simple post move. The Chieftains have literally all half have been doing a nice job of getting steals.
Herrera just taking that one, says, I will be taking that. Thank you very much.
Not all these steals, but
wow,
just finding the simple open shots correctly. They're calling over and back.
You're getting so many steals right near the half-court line. I've been waiting for that to kind of happen just accidentally for Tonga. It happens there. 10.4 seconds still to work with for Turner as they are just looking for any kind of momentum right now. Is 39-6, not an easy deficit to take into halftime with you. Looking to end this first half on a high note. Ruby to Bakken now working it in, trying to kick it out, and they're going to get the foul. I believe it's going to be on Herrera trying to knock that ball loose. So 9/10 of a second as Herrera picks up her second foul. Her and we each with 2 personal fouls.
It's going to be a quick, yep.
Got to be catch and shoot, and does not get off in time. And
I'm surprised Hannah didn't take it last second.
39-6, Chieftains again in control as we hit the locker rooms for halftime. We'll break down this first half and more coming up in the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show on Tonga Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus, or go to tongirec.org.
Family-owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a fifth-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be a breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the Four States area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a Jay Hatfield family member or managing partner. At Jay Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at Jay Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the Jay Hatfield family.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Back here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, Dylan Funk here with you. Halftime score between Tonganoxie and Turner, game 1 of our doubleheaders, the girls game, 39-6, Chieftains with the leads. We continue on with the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. White Birch and their team are ready to help lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007 to speak with one of their fantastic, outstanding agents today. As we got the halftime sheet. Shout out to Coach Tieroff running the stat machine for us here today. Did an excellent job during the Invitational Basketball Tournament last week. Back doing it here for the rest of the home games. So salute to him as we go through the point totals real quick. All 6 points in that first half for Turner, coming by way of Jersey Hannah. It's going 2 of 4 from downtown, 2 of 5 in that first half for Turner from downtown at 40%. However, 2 of 15 from the field, 13.3%. That is not going to get it done, along with 29 turnovers. On pace for about 60 in this game. Unreal numbers there. Tongi has been able to capitalize on those turnovers. We'll get to those points off turnovers here in just a moment. Point totals for the Chieftains leading the way. No surprise, Alyssa Shonick, 7 of 14 from the field, 7 of 11 from two-point range. Hasn't made a 3-ball yet. Has gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line, so she is off to a great start, along with 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And you're looking at her steals as well. She's got 4, so she could end up having a double-double tonight in a variety of different ways, so we'll be on the lookout for that. Chloe Hendrickson, they did give her credit for the 3, so the long range 2, it does end up becoming a 3, which I thought her foot was behind the line. So a 3-ball for Chloe Hendrickson, well-deserved. Kaylin Weehee, 4 points in the first half with 3 boards, and I thought she had a great first half. Put up some good numbers there, did Kaylin Weehee. For Emerson Maslak with 2. Jayla Herrera has 5. She did knock it down to 3. So good effort underneath from Adlin Johnson to open up that third opportunity for the Chieftains on that possession. And then with a Jayla Herrera 3, she's got 5. And then Addie Schooler finishing with 4 points, 2 of 6 from the field, and all of them have been pretty good looks for Addie. Shots that we saw her this past Saturday, just 6 days ago against Liberal. She was seeing every single one of them go down and through contact, so just trying to find her footing in this game here today. She did kind of leave a little bit early on in that, about halfway through the second quarter or so, and did not come back in. I expect her to start out here in the third quarter, highly motivated to come out and start to see some of those shots start to go down for her. So we go points off turnovers. I believe Brendan brought up the good point after the first quarter. It was 17-0 points off turnovers. It is now 32-0 points off turnovers for Tonganoxie. 32 points off 29 turnovers. And 11 turnovers for Tongi, which that is still not a good mark. You know they want to try to get that under control, but when you're forcing 29-2 and getting 32 points off those turnovers, that is quite a margin. That is, you're literally looking at it. That is close to almost the difference in this game right now. So good job for the Chieftains on that. Points on the free throw line, 9 for Tongi, none for Turner. Both teams with 6 points from downtown. Outside of that, second chance points, you got Tongi with 17, Turner with 3. We talked about the offensive rebounding has been spectacular tonight. 20 total for Tongi on offensive boards, only 3 for Turner. 10 defensive rebounds, 30 total for Tongi. 15 defensive rebounds for Turner, 18 total for the Golden Bears. Outside of that, looking at some of these other numbers, there really are nothing that really sticks out all too much. Outside of those points off turnovers, 32-0. That is literally that's the thing in this game. If you're Turner, you got to find a way to come out, try to limit those turnovers as much as you can, and hope the Chieftains, maybe if they do start creating those turnovers, you got to try to get stops on them. But Tongi currently enjoying a 39-6 lead, looking to close it out. They'll be closing in on win number 8 this season. It'll be the first time since 2012 and 2013 season where the Lady Chieftains were able to meet that mark. 2013, 2014, the last time the Chieftains met the 8-win mark in a season. So looking to do that here tonight. Both teams out of the locker room of halftime, get some warm-up shots in. We'll have the second half coming up for you here shortly on Tongi Sports Live.
Make the landscape of your dreams a reality with a stop at Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape. Just 15 minutes outside of Tonganoxie, come explore their full nursery of plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. Learn from their certified specialists about proper seeding, watering, planting, lawn treatment, and so much more. Visit their website to enroll in classes, preview upcoming events, and request an estimate for your next project. Or give them a call at 913-351-5296. Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape, your one-stop shop for outdoor living.
Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical weight loss, IV nutrition, laser hair removal, laser skin rejuvenation, hydrofacials, and Botox. Visit ridgemedspa.com to book your appointment today in Tonganoxie. Illuminate your beauty.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Get things started here in the third quarter. Chieftains 39, Golden Bears 6. Game one of our doubleheader between Tonganoxie and Turner tonight. Dylan Funk alongside Brendan Bolin on color commentary. Dennis Drennan running camera for us tonight. Three-man crew. no better way to spend a Friday night in Tonganoxie High than right here inside Chieftain Arena. Chieftains looking to close out their 8th win of the season, reach that mark for the first time in 12 seasons, and just like that, they get the steal, trying to work it up the floor, though, a little too far and out of the reach of Alyssa Schoenig.
And again, I talk about Chieftains going quick in transition once they get a steal, and just too big of reach there. But I mean, Chieftains are still hustling and trying to put some points on the board. And again, it's Hannah, the sharpshooter for Turner.
It definitely has been playing the part due to these Chieftains of the game not being over until the final horn sounds and there are zeros on the clock. Whether they're up 30 or they're down 30, it does not matter. Maslak looking for help, able to find it to Hulsa. Now in the hands of Schoenig, looking for her first 3 ball. Doesn't come there. Board underneath by Schooler. She takes it back out, looking for Maslak, deflected. But Chieftains still able to keep control. That was Lopez able to deflect that one for Turner.
Schooler had the room to put up a shot there, but I think, you know, just things not going her way. I think she just would rather have, you know, your points leader take care of the offense and reset.
Going 2 of 6 from the field in that first half did Addie. There's Maslak on a good drive in through a couple of defenders, able to get the contact, and now she will go to the line. Schooler kind of lost her footing too there a bit at the end. She gets up all right. In the first. Mariah Mitchell, number 32, picks up her first foul.
Free throw shooting's been up and down. I know it's kind of a pattern the first 2 quarters. They start off hot, and then once the half slowly starts to come to an end, it just kind of cools down, and now it's working in reverse to start off.
They went 9 of 15, 60% from the line in the first half. Here's another takeaway. Maslak has it and will go in and take the layup herself as it rattles in.
It almost looked like it was going to rattle out, and I got a little scared there.
Kind of made you hold your breath there for just a few moments.
Did want to jinx her.
Lady Chieftains now cracked 40 points at 41. Schoenig rims out. Schooler there to clean it up.
And I think Coach Ecker, he was trying to mention to Schooler on the bench is, where on the glass you need to put the basketball. And I was taught by, you know, former 7th grade head coach Doug Sandberg, you want the top corner of the glass. And I think Hannah was listening to my conversation because she used that to drain her third 3 of the night.
Yeah, bank is open on a Friday night this late at Chieftain Arena. That's all 9 points for Turner, coming via the 3 ball from Hannah. Schooler, 3 or 4 black jerseys around her. Now Schoenig trying to go to work, finds Hulsa with space. She lets it fly. Can't answer the 3 ball. Schoenig takes the board away from Hannah. Underneath, kicks it out. Maslak a good look. Buries it.
Don't let Maslak get her feet set, because 9 times out of 10, she's going to drain the 3.
Big one there for Emerson, shooting the 3 ball at just over 20% on the season, able to bury that one. We were mentioning a couple of years ago when you were doing PA for that tournament, we talked about Farrah Hulsa in that 7th place game against Eudora. She went off for 3s, and I think it was the game before that where Maslak came in and she knocked out about 2 or 3 3 balls to get the offense going in that game a couple of years ago. She does it again here. Now here's Schooler in transition, can't finish the feed from Schoenig. Can she go back to back? Maslak, little offline.
Trying to go for the bank shot, but
wow.
Turner didn't care to call for Wolf because Schoenig just swiped it away and buries another layup.
If you're the opposition, you always have to be aware where number 1 in white or red is on the floor at all times. As pesky as they come, it's her 5th steal of the game, so right on pace with her season average per game. And now 23 points she has, Alyssa Schoenig, and we have another timeout taken for Coach Eckert.
And as they always say, you can never be too satisfied if you're ahead still.
Never so. Even when you're knocking on the door of a 40-point lead, still want some time to talk it over. 39 points to be exact. We'll be back after this on Tongi Sports Live, your home for Chieftain Athletics.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Chieftain basketball tonight also presented in part by our friends over at Crookham Construction, performing a wide variety of concrete construction and special project services throughout the area. They're hardworking people with small town family values. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com. So Turner, 4 timeouts remaining in the game. Tonganoxie just 1. 3 of those spent in the first half for Coach Eckert. He just took his first one the second half right there, a full timeout. And his team to regroup here as we got free throws coming up here for Turner and a chance to have a different score in the game outside of number 24, Jersey Hannah, who's got all 9 points, all of them for downtown for Turner thus far. 0 for 2, free throws attempt there, no good. Mariah Mitchell not able to knock him down. First trip to the free throw line in this game for KC Turner, going 0 for 2. Turner's coming in on a bit of a losing streak as we get a steal up the floor. Deflection will keep it down at this end. Record of 1-9. They've lost 7 games in a row coming into this game tonight in Chieftain Arena. Have the Golden Bears, and they have lost those games in the span of that 7-game losing streak by an average of 50 points. Definitely not ideal numbers you want to see. Mitchell finds Hannah again. She lets it fly offline, long board. Goes right back up with it and knocks it down. So there's the second score of the game for Turner. Eliana Lopez gets that one to go. So again, all 12 points. 3 balls that's been about it for Turner tonight. 3 for Hannah, that one for Lopez. Schooler, that ball ricocheting around down underneath, and Turner able to come away with it.
Just can't try and force that in traffic whatsoever.
Another 3 on the way. Another one down for Hannah. So don't look now. A quick 6-0 run for Turner. See if it could potentially lead to something. Another turnover here. Also trying to find it to Maslak, getting a hand on it. Here comes Turner back the other way. Hannah not dragging that pivot foot. Stepping into this 3. Can't knock it down though.
And Eckert's only got 1 timeout left, but I know deep down inside he's definitely not happy with this performance right now. And I mean, he just called a timeout to discuss what needs to happen, and now all of a sudden Turner's on a 6-0 run. You had a couple turnovers, and now Eckert's going to pull 4 of the 5 people out.
Yeah, nearly a full line change. So Shonick stays out there. You welcome back in Weehee, Johnson, Herrera, and Hendrickson. The 5 out for Tonganoxie. Another 3 on the way, a little flatliner. And another rebound collected for Alyssa Shonick. She'll bring it across the timeline, picking up the pace, comes right side to Hendrickson. Now Johnson turns around, puts it up, able to fight for her own board. Quick ball movement here for the Chieftains. Herrera, that one doesn't go. Shonick aboard underneath, goes up strong. That one doesn't fall either. This has not been the best shooting night by any means for Tonganoxie this season. They come in as a team averaging about 37.3% from the field. They shot just under that in the first half at 30%, but if you just feel like some of these higher percentage shots that we've seen, they've gone down pretty much all season long for this team, and today has not been the case.
Looks to be Eckert wanting to give Shonick a rest, so the first we'll see of Bruni tonight.
Long 3, Hannah. 15 of the 18 points belonging to her. She's knocked down 3 in this third quarter alone. There's Jersey Hannah. Making now a 9-0 run that Turner is currently on.
Again, just there's a double team in the paint, and he just collecting that foul easily.
Hendrickson 3 does not go. Out of bounds, Turner basketball. And like you mentioned, Ashlyn Brune, the 5'7" freshman, she's into the game for Tongi, has been for a few moments. Getting some good minutes here in this one. The lead currently at 30 even for Tongi. Hendrickson, right side drive, and she gets checked into and fouled. Attack that one over to Lopez. Third team foul for Turner. Only one team foul in the third so far for Tongi. A minute 15 to play out with a 30-point lead. Brune catch and shoot near corner. Knocks it down.
Just another one of those open looks that the Chieftains are just going to have to live and die by. And I mean, Brune, a nice job to set her feet and have perfect arc. An offensive foul. Maybe on Hannah. They're going to say she extended an arm trying to shoot, and Turner's coach is visibly unhappy with that call.
Yeah, I mean, that's in a game where a whole lot has not gone the way of Turner, and that one definitely, I didn't see an egregious extension of the arm. Officials got the better look at it, better angle than we do up here in the Crow's Nest, but Chieftains looking to take advantage. Johnson 3 doesn't go from Brune. Weehee fighting for the board underneath, and now we got an offensive foul on the Chieftains, and that'll be another one tagged to Weehee. She has her third. Really nobody in any big foul trouble really on either team. As of right now, 43.6 seconds to go. Chieftains hold on to this lead. There will be a running clock in the fourth quarter. So it looks like the boys varsity game could be starting a little bit sooner than that anticipated 7:30 tip-off. Losing her balance here. Travel will be called every time on Lopez. Just one of those things, nothing much more you can do. After you lose your balance, you're kind of caught in no man's land.
And Brune just playing really good defense, just getting right up in her face and just forcing her to make a mistake. I like this decision by the Lady Chieftains and just holding on to it. I know Eckert reiterating the same, just saying hold on to it. Which Turner's going to put a lot of pressure on you, but you're just going to have to move it around.
This is pretty much the starting 5 of the JV squad that plays before the varsity games. Johnson liked the shot attempt there, just couldn't get it to go down. And the final seconds here in the third quarter, and we'll hold on for a double dribble.
That was a double dribble, yeah.
Definitely was. And now let's see who will take the final shot here. 1.1 seconds, so enough time to get it in, quickly square the shoulders and fire it in the air. Johnson, good if it goes. No, it is not. I thought it was pretty close, but they let it play out in the third quarter. Comes to an end. Turner had a 9-0 run going, but an Ashlyn Brune 3 closes it out as 51-18 is the score. Going to the fourth here on Tongi Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical weight loss, IV nutrition, laser hair removal, laser skin rejuvenation, hydrofacials, and Botox. Visit ridgemedspa.com to book your appointment today in Tonganoxie. Illuminate your beauty. Fourth and final quarter, 51-18. Chieftains on their way to what appears going to be their 8th win of the season. A great season continuing for Coach Eckert's squad. Another turnover and a lay-in at the other end for Jayla Herrera, who's now got 7 points in this afternoon's game. Chieftains 53 points on the board. It was not the best of starts offensively for Tonganoxie. It took a couple of timeouts for Coach Eckert to get his team together. They trailed early in this game. The first 3 going down for Jersey Hanna. He turned their one and only lead at 3-0. Tongi quickly took it back. They went on a nice little about 14-0 run. 19-0 run. I'm trying to see how far this run that they went on. You had to go all the way to, my goodness, 31 unanswered points. I think that was the longest run. 31 unanswered.
And when you look back on this, I mean, a win's a win, but in the grand scheme of things, I know Coach Eckert, based off his facial expressions on the bench, not too pleased with this result.
For sure. This is definitely a game that I think he felt like his team coming in, no doubt they're the better team, that they should win, and they are going to win. And they're going to win by a pretty decent margin. But there are times, there are moments in this game where I think he felt like the hustle wasn't quite to where he thought it should be. Execution wasn't where it needed to be. And that's something that you need to work on in these types of games. So then when you're running into another matchup against a Spring Hill or against a Eudora or potentially an Ottawa you still got coming up later on, the final regular season game on the road later on in February, that you got to come out and just be a little bit more sharper and not really stumble or be a little bit sluggish out of the gate. So
for sure. And I'll say this, I mean, the competition they faced in the Tongi tournament, it's always every year it's a gauntlet. I mean, Holton, you're talking about one of the more, they've always been a real solid program, and Coach Hassler, I know him pretty well, one of the more consistent coaches in 4A. I mean, only great things to say about him. And then Liberal down, got to go way south Kansas. But I mean, they've always real solid program down there, and you got to give credit to, you know, Athletic Director Josie Eastis, the way he puts together these tournaments. Sure, there's a couple mainstays, there's a couple teams that'll come and go, but you always have to give him credit because he's always finding quality teams that are willing to come to this prestigious arena and just go head-to-head with some of the best schools around the state of Kansas. And I mean,
you're talking a top 5 team in 4A in Eudora. You had St. James Academy here. They ended up winning the championship game over Eudora. You had Casey Piper here as well. And we talked about Liberal coming in.
Piper, they had a McDonald's All-American game nominee.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's basically, when you're looking at the entire field that the girls bracket was, and when Blue Valley West is the 8th seed, and no disrespect to Blue Valley West, that's still a very solid team. Chieftains ended up beating them by 9 in their second round game on the backside of the bracket. I mean, it was all the way down 1 through 8. It was filled with solid talent. And Coach Eckert knew that going in too, and he said that he and his team, they relish that opportunity, especially that Saturday morning game against Liberal. Not too often you get to mix it up with a 6A school like a Liberal coming in. You mentioned all the way down about as far down as the southwest corner of Kansas as you can get.
Oh yeah.
But it was, you know, they played very well, I thought, against Liberal, and the Lady Reds turned it on in the third quarter. Eventually were able to pull away in that game. But the Lady Chieftains they showed a lot of signs, and they still show a lot of great potential going forward. Still in the midst of their greatest season in about 11, 12 seasons or so here at Tonganoxie High School. And make no mistake about it, for Coach Eckert's squad, they definitely have their eyes on more than just finishing the season with a 500 record, or just, hey, we've got more wins this year so far than we've had in the past 2 seasons combined. This is a team that wants more, and you can definitely tell it by the way that Coach Eckert coaches his team out there.
And he came from a smaller 3A, likely 4A. I want to say borderline 4A, 3A in Atchison County Community High School. I mean, he took him to a state appearance, and this has always been a coach that he expects a lot out of his team. And then, they're coming into this first year after, Coach Loomis ran it for quite a while. He was a really good coach. But I think Eckert said, I want to elevate this program. I know what we're capable of. I know the talent we have in this program. And I think it's all about elevation and wanting more than they're asked of. And I think that's what it's going to be about. And I think Eckert's done a phenomenal job. I mean, you're basically doubling, tripling. You're just adding to the win total that was last year. Now this year, a large margin of wins compared to the last year. I mean, put it 2 years, and that's no disrespect to Coach Loomis, but I think Eckert has his players bought in to what he's trying to tell them, that
by far
we're capable of being a state appearance team. I know, state championship is a far-fetched, but I mean.
Yeah, but for a team that the past 2 seasons that finished bottom 2, and the way the standings go in Kansas high school basketball for boys and girls, if you finish in the bottom 2 of your class standings, you do not qualify for the postseason. Lady Chieftains' last postseason game was over 2 years ago on the road at Wamego. We know the Wamego Lady Red Raiders, that's a little, they're a well-oiled machine out there near Manhattan. Always great teams out in Wamego. You're going to pick up win number 8 here. Again, the win totals from the past 2 seasons combined sits at 5. So, this is, even though I think looking back at tonight, they're still going to say, yeah, we're going to end up winning this thing. 54-18 is the score right now. They're definitely going to win. This one is over. Just got to wait to see what the final score will be. But this is a thing. This is nothing that, it's not just Coach Eckert saying this, but it's the players too. I think if you ask them, say, yeah, we left opportunities missed out on the floor. We could have won this thing 74-18 potentially. So they'll build on it. They're going to get better. They got great competition coming up next week. Back home on Tuesday, as the foul there will be on the floor, and it's a travel, so nothing for Adlin Johnson there. Closing in on the final minute with the running clock. But you're back home Tuesday against Eudora, who you faced earlier back final game of December, where you lost 56-30 on the road. Eudora, one of the top 5 teams in girls 4A, runners up from the tournament last week. And then you'll be back on the road Friday at Bonner, where you were able to beat them by 9 back on December 10th here at home, 37-28. So plenty of more work to be done, plenty more to improve on and to build upon here for Tonganoxie. Nice little jumper for Adlin Johnson. She's put up her fair share in this game, seeing one go down there. Young freshman continuing to gain confidence as Tongi will close this one out here.
And gaining perspective on the upcoming matchups.
Shot clock off now. So.
With Coach Parker, he's always built a real solid program, and he still has some of the great athletes in Hannah Keltner, K-State track and field commit, and I mean, phenomenal athletes. Oh, you also can't forget Bryn Dieterding, one of the best guards in the state of Kansas.
How great has she been this year? She's been
phenomenal, especially their freshman year. And then you go to Bonner, Coach Leslie always has done a real solid job with this program.
Nia Anderson and them, yeah, it's a good squad. So a good win here tonight. 6 days of rest. Chieftains win big. Final score 56-18. Taking care of the KC Turner Golden Bears. They have now won 7 in a row against Turner. Turner drops to 1-10, and Lady Chieftains move to 8-5 on the year. And with that win, Tongi has met 8 wins in a season for the first time since the 2013-2014 season. Another milestone met this season for Coach Eckert and company. Looking to keep adding on. We're going to step aside. Brothers Market post-game show will be up in a few moments. We'll break down final stats from this game and announce our Midwest Carpet Center player of the game when we return on Tongi Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Now time moving into the Brothers Market post-game show. You can check out their weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. Tonganoxie point totals on the night. Start from bottom to top. Got Addie Schooler going with 6 points, 3 of 8 from the field. Adlin Johnson with 3 on 1 of 10 from the field. So I got that final one there towards the end to go down. 7 points for Jayla Herrera, 3 of 9 from the field. 7 as well for Emerson Maslak, 2 of 11 from the field, and 4 for Kaylin Weehee, 2 of 3. And 3 points apiece for Ashlyn Broom coming in late, making her lone field goal, a long 3 ball that she made. Well done for Ashlyn Broom and for Corey Hendrickson as well. So that 3 ball that was close, we thought it was a 2 back in the first half. They did end up counting it as a 3. And another night for our Midwest Carpet Center player of the game, Alyssa Schoenig, leading the way. 23 points, 9 total rebounds, 7 steals, and 3 assists. If that's not a player of the game performance, I don't know what is. Again, Midwest Carpet Center player of the game. They have all your carpet and flooring needs with professional quality and great pricing. Family owned and operated. Stop by and see them today in downtown Tonganoxie or visit their website, midwestcarpetcenter.com, to learn more. I feel like this is something every single game we always talk about. We could give it to Alyssa Schoenig, but when you're playing like the way you did tonight, you know, it's really hard to go against those numbers like we listed again. 23 points, going 8 of 18 from the field, 8 of 14 from 2-point range. She went 0 for 4 from downtown, so didn't have a 3 ball. 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 9 total rebounds, able to collect, so just a rebound shy of a big double-double, and finishing with only had 2 turnovers, 7 steals like we mentioned, and 3 assists. I mean, just another great night for number 1.
I mean, I talk about it. Oh, sorry, Mike. Mike was a little amplified there, but I mean, you're talking about one of the better guards in the state of Kansas, and she's always been able to go in and play with 100% effort every night. She trusts her skills, she trusts her teammates, and whenever she's able to go in transition, go up with the layup, she's not afraid to go up contested. I mean, she's been really one of the more solid guards in the state, and you have a lot of young guards in this state that, match up. Bryn Dieterding, Leah Askins-Dietrich, Alyssa Schoenig. I mean, the list goes on for the
all in the Frontier League, too.
All in the Frontier League, yeah. So, I mean, phenomenal night from her. A night that I think the Chieftains want to clean up in time for, this coming next week against Eudora, which, speaking of the Cardinals, they're leading Ottawa 27-23 at the half. That's the last score I checked. And then going to the game next week, a week from now, against Bonner Springs. They're trailing 9-25 against Lewisburg at the half.
Oh, wow. So big game for the Wildcats. In need of a big game, too. There's the Lady Wildcats over in Lewisburg. So definitely big nights over there. Definitely one thing, if you're looking at this, again, there was a lot that you felt like you did good tonight for Coach Eckert and company, but definitely some things to work on. One of them being the turnovers. 19 turnovers tonight. You were able to force 44 turnovers from Turner, so you were able to do that. 46 points off turnovers, off those 44 turnovers. I mean, just unbelievable clip you're able to do there. Turner had 6 points off those 19 turnovers for Tonganoxie. But you go into a game, either against Bonner or Eudora, but especially Eudora coming up on Tuesday. If you give them 19 turnovers against the Lady Cards, they're definitely going to take those for points back the other way, and they can put you out of a game real fast. So that'll be the one thing I'll be looking for them to try to clean up on before that next game. As far as shooting goes, they finished the game 30.4%, from the field, so just a little bit under that season average of 37.3, but still, not the worst. 16.7% for downtown, 4 of 24, and then 52.6% from the line, 10 of 19 were the Chieftains in this one. So, I don't know, we'll see where it goes from here, but this is still another milestone checked off, win number 8. First time they've met that win total in about 11-12 seasons, and they got another good test coming up here at home, trying to avenge that loss from Eudora at Eudora back on December 19th. And should be another great game. Brendan, any final notes you want to get off before we close off this Brothers Market postgame show?
I mean, just a game they just got to clean up, but I mean, nevertheless, it's a win in the column, and Coach Eckert is just got to find things that he wants to work on coming into next week, because you've got a gauntlet of a schedule as you're closing out the season. And I think, with practice, he's just got to get some things cleaned up, but I think they'll be in good shape for next week.
No doubt about it. Only one lead change. That's when Tonganoxie retook that 3-0 lead from Turner. Turner's largest run was 9-0, and Tonganoxie's largest run 43-3 in the game. It was pretty much over from the get-go for Tonganoxie. 8th win of the season for Coach Eckert and company. They moved to 8-5 overall, still 4-3 in league play, looking to pick up a pair of league wins next week back home on Tuesday against Eudora. We will step aside here. Thanks for watching the Brothers Market post-game show. We'll be back, get you set for the boys matchup, Chieftains and Golden Bears, coming up next here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps, and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Make the landscape of your dreams a reality with a stop at Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape. Just 15 minutes outside of Tonganoxie, come explore their full nursery of plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. Learn from their certified specialists about proper seeding, watering, planting, lawn treatment, and so much more. Visit their website to enroll in classes, preview upcoming events, and request an estimate for your next project. Or give them a call at 913-351-5296. Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape, your one-stop shop for outdoor living.
Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical weight loss, IV nutrition, laser hair removal, laser skin rejuvenation, hydrofacials, and Botox. Visit ridgemedspa.com to book your appointment today in Tonganoxie. Illuminate your beauty.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Back in, get ready for the start. Game 2 of our doubleheader between Tonganoxie and Turner. As always, Chieftain basketball tonight presented by Kansas Insurance. They believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. This is how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most. Call 913-369-66 0-0. Dylan Falk alongside Brendan Bolin. Dennis Drennan on camera for us tonight as we shift back into the SNS Body pregame show. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. No, your eyes are not deceiving. We have a visiting mascot here today. You don't see mascots at the high school level all too often, but Turner, props to them, bringing out old Goldie the Bear, I guess. I don't know what his name is, but it's just cool. I mean, it's weird. I
was going to say to start off, your eyes are not deceiving you. Turner actually brought a mascot in the building.
Yeah.
I want to say that is the first ever mascot besides Casey Wolf whenever this arena first opened.
Hey, Baby J too.
I mean, besides that, I've not seen a mascot in this building up until now.
Some elite mascot company that the Golden Bear is in with right now between Casey Wolf, the mascot of the defending back-to-back, looking to hopefully complete the three-peat Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, and of course the Baby J from the Kansas Jayhawks. Rock shock down there to you, Mr. Wildcat.
There's no saving your season, Dylan. I guess I can't say much because we have a losing record.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
Let's talk about this team in this season right now. 3 of 10, the Tonganoxie Chieftains coming into tonight's game. 0 of 9 in Frontier League play. Although they did have an encouraging performance last night at Baldwin, taking that game into the fourth quarter against Cooper Carr and company. It was a 5-point game. Baldwin was able to shut them down defensively, go on a quick 11-0 run to close things out, 57-40. But, we talked a lot about the great girls point guards and stuff in 4A, especially here in the Frontier League. And Cooper Carr leading the way for Baldwin, definitely one of the best in the entire state. Forget classes and classifications. He has been a star, and he showed up big time for his team when they needed him the most. However, for Tongi, though, still a very great performance going in on the road down to the Doghouse in Baldwin City. Again, just coming up a little bit short. Baldwin, a number 5 team in Class 4A, were able to get it done. But outside of that, you had the Chieftains also going 1 of 2 at the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament. They took 4th place. They played Bonner for the second time in the season, dropping that game 76-49. They got the win in the opening round against Schlegel by 1 point, 38-37. They took on a tough Atchison team, 57-73. They lost in the second round. So now coming in here tonight, looking to get back in the win column against Casey Turner, looking to pick up their 4th win. And just kind of, this team definitely, they have so much talent, so much senior leadership. They're definitely better than what the record speaks to so far this season.
And I think, and I've said this for a while, I've said this to everybody else. I mean, you're going into, and this is the same for the women's team as well, you're going into a coaching situation. You've been so used to a coach for so long, and now you have to buy into a new program, new playing style, and Simmons is definitely a more interesting playing style because he loves to shoot from the perimeter, and he loves to play quick, and he loves to play aggressive. And I think, they're getting adjusted to that, and they're starting to at the right time because they're wanting to turn this record around, and they're taking really down teams like Baldwin late in the game. So I think they have to turn this around, and a good way to do that is to play Turner.
Yeah, I mean, the vast majority of these games that they've been in, with the exception of a couple, they have had moments in games where they have maybe had a double-digit deficit. They've brought it under double digits into single digits and have played teams very, very close. Now just looking to come out, play a full 4 quarters of basketball, close this one out against Turner, and pick up that 4th win of the season, as they also have matchups against Eudora and Bonner Spring coming up next week. We'll step aside the playing of our national anthem here by the THS Pep Band, led by none other than Charles Van Middlesworth. go. Get the starting lineups coming up next. Brought to you by Wizard of Paws, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpawstongi.com.
For Tonganoxie, number 2, a 5'11" senior, Jason Bird. For Turner, number 5, a junior, Michael Marshall. For Tonganoxie, number 4, a 6'3" senior, Talon Langford. For Turner, number 10, a senior, Makai Bullock. For Tonganoxie, number 13, a 6'1" senior, Noah Carlton. For Turner, number 24, a senior, Colin Pittman. For Tonganoxie, number 23, a 6' junior, Lachlan McCray. For Turner, number 40, a junior, Tyler McGee. And for Tonganoxie, number 24, a 6'3" senior, Owen Schmidt. And coaches for tonight's game, for Turner, Vincent Roll. For Tonganoxie, Casey Simmons.
All right, ready to get this one started. Opening tip-off, game 2 of our doubleheader on Tongi Sports Live, presented by Lynch Real Estate, your hometown real estate company that will help you buy your next home and make your real estate dreams come true. Lynch Real Estate, a name you can always trust. How about we get some keys to the game here, brought to you by First Security Bank in Tonganoxie. Stop by, meet their friendly staff today at 415 Stone Creek Drive. First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Brendan, Chieftains come into this one looking to pick up their 4th win of the year. What are the keys for them to get that done here against this Turner team?
They're going to play fast and quick, and I mean, Turner, you can look at their record. They may not show what they're capable of, but we've seen in the past the Chieftains having to play close or they lose to Turner, so I think they can't overestimate this matchup. They just got to play fast and quick. That's the only way you can really put it.
The Chieftains win the opening tip. They'll start out with the ball, and here we go in this one. Chieftains have won 4 of the last 5 matchups against KC Turner. Although they haven't beaten them here at Tongi High School. You got to go back to December 17th, 2019. So it has been a little bit. Looking to get it done here inside Chieftain Arena. Owen Schmidt, leading scorer last night at Baldwin, 11 points for the Chieftains. He's going to drive it in here, trying to keep the hot hand, and coming up a little bit short on the lay-in attempt. Here comes Turner back the other way.
Student section finally making their way inside the arena, and Turner, they always, everywhere they go, they want to make it feel like a home game. So I think for the Chieftains, they have to work their way through this.
Yeah, they always do a pretty good job of traveling along with their Golden Bears. Like we mentioned, they brought the mascot in, so they're trying to take over the home court advantage feel as much as they can. Little floater with the right hand doesn't go for Talon, but he is fouled. So he'll have a chance to earn him at the free throw line coming up here.
Langford just picking up an offer just recently from Baker football, actually.
Just saw that today over scrolling around on X, formerly known as Twitter. Congratulations to Talon. Well-deserved. What a bounce-back year he had, missing all last year with that ACL injury, missing all of last football season and basketball season. We did see him at state baseball when we went down to cover that for Tonganoxie and Paola Sports Live, but what a way he responded. Great season this year, leading the Chieftains to another run to the sub-state final.
Can't forget Lewisburg, too, but that channel got...
Lewisburg, too. Yep, Lewisburg was there at the state baseball. Thanks for reminding me. Ball's still loose around. Turner's going to end up coming away with it. It's Pittman that eventually controls. United Kansas Conference All-League honorable mentions last year for Pittman.
In the UKC, they've had a nice year of basketball this year. I mean, Baser, you've got DeSoto in the mix as well.
Topeka team's not a team to be too shabby about. There's a 3, goes down for Fullick. He was a big contributor in the matchup last year at Turner. The Chieftains were able to get the win. Here's a block. Controlled in the near corner by Scott. Here he comes up the floor.
And Schmidt just too strong off the glass, could have had a quick basket. But then a nice rebound by McCray, just only to get blocked, and now here comes the Golden Bears.
Folick again surveying for options, hands it off straight away. Thought about taking the three, was Marshall working to the right side. Schmidt cutting him off. Now about 12 seconds on the shot clock, trying to direct some traffic here as Pittman wants to work to the right side, gets a screen, tries to drive on Carlton, extra pass, under 5 on the shot clock now. Number 5 put the shot out, doesn't go for Marshall with the left hand, and Jason Byrne able to collect on the board. Good defensive stand there for the Chieftains. Talent snagging that one down. Goes behind the back, but he walked with it.
Langford's a little confused on that, and I am too. I mean, he stepped as the ball was behind his back and out of his hands, so I'm not sure what the official saw there, but I mean, nevertheless, Chieftains are just going to have to bounce back and just have another nice defensive stop here.
Just got to find a way to respond. Turner looking to do just that right here. Marshall, and that's McRae come flying in late, but they get a whistle for the offensive foul there.
McRae donning his signature mask.
We like to call him the Dark Knight here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And the Dark Knight has been hot in January. He's been playing some really good basketball now.
That's always when he normally has played his best basketball. I mean,
well, we talked about out of the gates, he had that ankle injury, suffered at Lewisburg. He's had 2 games out in December, and now he's really starting to get into the swing of things. 11.9 points per game, shooting just over 40% from the field, 23.7% from downtown, 25 total minutes, also 4.3 rebounds a game and 2.1 assists per game. Here's Folick back the other way. Good control, can't finish, but right behind to clean up the scraps is McGee. Now Carlton, fast and furious we go in this one.
Turner's just flying out of the gates. Both these teams are playing fast, they're playing aggressive. And this is going to be a matchup of the ages so far.
Yeah. It was a bit of a track meet in the matchup last year's. That 3 for Folick doesn't go, and it looks to be more the same here in this one. Talent to bring it up to 4 for Tongi. Chieftains were able to get that win last year, 43-40. And it come from behind win in the fourth quarter. Carlton getting back-to-back buckets there.
That was a nice hook by Carlton, finding the separation, just getting over the defender's hand, just scoring a nice hook. I mean, that's what you got to do against Turner. Turner, they play in an aggressive conference, and they love to play fast, and you just got to match that energy.
Here's a 3 going to be taken here. That one no good. McRae collects another board. Up the floor we go. Carlton looking for 6 straight points. Doesn't go there. And after all that, we'll have a timeout taken here for Turner. Head coach Vincent Rolls wants some time to try to settle in here for a moment. 30-second timeout. Turner a 1-point lead. We'll take it with them here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
That last time out, head coach Vincent Rolls for the Turner Golden Bears. Must I give credit, one of the more dapper looking head coaches we always see year in and year out. Always wearing the full suits, old school, just like the way it used to be. Nolan McGuire coming back the other way. And let's see what we got going on here. It's McRae knocking down the shot there.
And I mean,
Apologize about that slight delay there, folks. Someone getting also with the camera here a little bit. Get that picture back. There we go. So still an 8-7 ball game. Chieftains with the 1-point lead right now. You got Anthony Rowe getting ready to check him back in here in just a few moments. He will come in and Talon will head out. Fast and furious out of the gates in this one. In case you're just now joining us, let's reset. Dylan Funk alongside Brendan Bolin on color. Dennis Drennan on camera duties tonight. Camera fizzing out, not his fault.
No,
we got a bundle of extension and power cables up here.
Just an array of cables.
Yeah,
over
just
here.
a little busy on the crow's nest here tonight, a little crowded. Gray back with it, tight defense, able to take it away. That's Scott. He brings it up the floor for Turner, up the floor, gives it to McGee, and he walks with it.
Don't think he really meant to. I think he just took an extra step. He wasn't looking at his feet. But I was going to say before the camera cut out on us about Coach Rolls, I mean,
yes,
just recently in college basketball, it was Coaches versus Cancer. So I know for K-State, they dressed up in suits and had custom Air Force Ones made. But I think it was kind of a trend around college basketball as well.
Nice touch for Coach Jerome Tang in company. 3 there, go long for Schmidt. And now we're going to have the foul call here. Anthony Rowe hit the deck. He was being boxed out from his number 1, Jared Cheatham.
Coach Rolls just trying to get an explanation there.
Quick ball movement here, far corner 3, Nolan McGuire. Good crisp ball movement there for the Chieftains. Able to work it into McGuire and can't confirm. 3 ball good. Knocked down a pair of 3 balls last night. Did Nolan, gets one early in this one.
There's just a fight for that as Turner just trying to do their best to keep it inbound and Talon just trying to save it and get in their possession.
We definitely have had our fair share of aggressive defense early in this one. Folick trying to cross up on Carlton, can't get by, gives it off. Back in the hands of Scott, shot clock violation. So by that indication, it might tell me that Turner could be one of these schools that don't run with a shot clock, and not all high schools running with the shot clock at their venues. So
I know a couple in the Frontier League run it. I know Baldwin does.
You got Eudora that does it as well. Anthony Rowe on the travel there, kind of got caught halfway in between of what he wanted to do there. Another error here for the Chieftains. Closing in, final minute of the opening quarter. 11-7 lead for Tonganoxie.
Eudora is just technologically advanced over the few years, so I mean, good. I mean, of course they would run the shot clock.
Folick, another 3. Can't be too down on the defense either. Got a hand in the face, but Folick able to knock down his second 3. He's got 6 points. Chieftain lead now down to 1. Baseline drive from McGuire. Finds Carlton. Drives in. Multiple defenders and slung down awkwardly. Mitchell's wanting a jump ball call, but he is not going to get it. So he'll pick up his foul.
Yeah.
First foul of the game on Marshall. Turner still arguing how officials are going to get together and talk about a jump ball. And
it's 50-50, but I think the motion, the way he was kind of torn down, I could see leaning towards more of a foul. Just because
that's what they're going to stick with, yep.
I mean, sure, he had a hand on the basketball, but at the same time, you just can't really tear down the offensive player.
Steele back the other way, lays it in. There's bucket for Cheatham. Back the lead goes over to Turner. Second lead change here in the opening quarter. Chieftains looking to finish strong here. Closing in, final 10 seconds, and looks like they will hold on for the final shot. McRae left to right, working it back over. Double team closing in, knocked it loose. Turner gets the steal in the hands of Fullick. Up ahead to Mitchell, and the finger roll not off in time. And the first quarter comes to an end fast and furious, like we have said many times, and it sees the Turner Golden Bears take a 1-point lead as we head to the second here on Tongi Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical weight loss, IV nutrition, laser hair removal, laser skin rejuvenation, hydrofacials, and Botox. Visit ridgemedspa.com to book your appointment today in Tonganoxie. Illuminate your beauty. Start of the second quarter here, 1-point lead for Turner, 12-11 over Tonganoxie. Fullick on the drive in, had 6 points. Here's a near corner three, offline, but tipped down, nicely done underneath, keeping this possession alive for Turner. That was McGee underneath. I was able to tip it back out. Possession still alive here for Turner.
Decent attempt on a pull-up jumper, just a bit short.
McRae, strong bounce, controls, puts it in.
How about that? McRae to jump a few feet for that one, and then just is able to go up with the basketball. I mean, that's an impressive basket by Lachlan McRae. And I think the Chieftains just have to shoot a bit more conservatively and hang onto the basketball. Right there. McRae getting it.
Up the way, McGee slams it down. Not the first time that we've seen some dunks here in this gym. That one courtesy number 40, Tylen McGee, the junior, showing off the hops there. 1-point lead, back advantage of Turner.
That was a good take from Byrne. Just rim showing him no favor whatsoever.
And if you're just joining us, if you missed the girls' game, Tongi get the big win there. 8 wins on the season now, but you know the Rims, they've been very impartial to Tongi tonight. I think
Yeah.
there's been a couple of these that usually you see them go down 9 out of 10 times, and tonight it's just been that 10th%, that one time where it doesn't go down. McRae another board, slinging it up the floor, wasting no time. Here come the Chieftains, and Fullick will slow it down. Deflected that one out of bounds as got a substitution coming in, number 23, Cam Bryant. Checks in, you'll bring out McGee, who just had the one-handed slam for Turner. Not too long ago.
Turner plays really aggressive, and I think they definitely watched some film this week because they've been jumping on a lot of the passes the Chieftains have tried to attempt that, but I think also it's the length of the pass. Sometimes it's easier to intercept than others. But both these teams are playing really good basketball to start off.
Yeah, for a matchup against the Chieftains that are 3-10 and Turner that is 2-8, you wouldn't be able to tell by the way this game has started. Lachlan finds Talon in the middle, goes up with the right hand and gets it to go.
And I'm sure Turner's familiar with McRae, his sister, a former assistant coach for the Golden Bears a couple years ago.
There's already our 5th lead change in this game, back to Tonganoxie. Fullick, spin around, jumper, does not go. Would have been nice if he did. And there's already a 5th rebound of the game collected by Lachlan McRae. Talon feeds it to him. 3-ball, doesn't go. Fullick to Brown, his floater, banks it in. Scott, banks it in.
It was a beautiful floater, just got enough off the glass to let it sink in.
Both teams just trading away one possession leads right now. 16-15 by the way of Turner, but Carleton can change that here. A trip to the free throw line coming up for him, as that will be the second of the game on Cheatham, number 1. Is number 1, you got Jaron Cheatham and Kyron Cheatham, number 4. Only seen Jaron in this game so far. 2 free throws for Carleton, the southpaw, as he comes up a little bit offline on the first attempt.
And Carleton's always been a gritty player. I mean, you look at last year, he was never afraid of anything, going up for rebounds. Despite, I mean, there can be height advantage, and he'd still never be afraid. That's the kind of tenacity that I like about Carleton and the way he plays the game.
We saw it in the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament, but in that matchup against Atchison, too. I mean, he just had some behemoths down low, definitely outsized. The Chieftains were as a whole, but Carleton, especially down low, but like you mentioned, no fear whatsoever, and you know, he's not afraid. He will stand in there, and he will get knocked down on the floor, take hard falls, and come right back into the game, and get some big points for you when you need them. Very reliable from the free throw line, too. There's a nice pull-up shot, able to knock it down for Pittman, his first bucket of the night.
Somebody's going to show, yeah. Yeah, Simmons is going to call timeout, and I like the decision. You can't just leave your player trapped. I think they called the It is a timeout. Yeah, I think they're kind of confused because one was going to call a 10-second, the other was going to call a timeout. I think they went with the timeout, and you just can't leave your player stranded in the corner like that.
They've got to do something to try to help them out there. Take this timeout. With the timeout on the floor, brought to you by Grounded Coffee House. Established in 2022, Grounded Coffee House serves great coffee with an even greater cause. To learn how you can help make a difference and to support, follow them on Facebook and check out their website, groundedcoffeehouse, Tonganoxie.org.
Grounded always I think one of my favorite spots to go in town when I get coffee, and I think especially filming the commercial, they were really, sorry, my mic fell down. They're super friendly to work with. I mean, it's not every day you just walk into the coffee shop and say, hey, I'm going to film a commercial, but they're super eager. They're really good listeners, and I mean, overall, just friendly staff, so I think definitely a place to visit. And amazing coffee, too. I mean, I got one on the house, so very kind of the staff there.
An ultra skelter here for the Chieftains. Talon trying to jump over the back of somebody, and he hits the deck, and I believe they're going to get a foul here against Turner. And that'll be against Jaron Cheatham, so that'll be his third. And a decision here for Coach Rolls, as now he's got to go to his bench. It'll be Marshall that comes back in, and Cheatham is going to head out with his 3 personal fouls as Rolls continues to talk over with the official here.
And I think the one thing that Turner's really good, but the one thing that costs them a few games is they get into foul trouble early. And what'll get him in trouble is if you leave Lachlan McCray open like that.
Yeah, that's definitely will get you to something. That's our 7th lead change. About to say, is that going to be number 8 right there? But it is not. A 3 ball for Lachlan. He's got 7 early on here, on pace for another great night, and averaging 11.9 points per game. Goes strong again, a little short with the right hand and trying to fight for that ball, and he's going to pick up the foul. So 2 team fouls in the quarter for Turner. This could be the first here of the second for Tonga, and they actually get Jet Gilmore on the foul for his first, second team foul on Tonga.
Both these teams playing really aggressive. I mean, foul count's been pretty high to start off for both teams.
Fullick, another 3 ball with Carleton in defense.
Fullick's just been an incredible shooter to start this game. I mean, he's had the hot hand for Turner, and he's kind of the reason why they've been able to just stay with the Chieftains.
Up the floor to Fullick again. Gilmore racing ahead of him, gets it, and is taken down to the ground. Fullick was in pursuit as well on the takeaway for Turner. He was swatted away by McBride. So Fullick will pick up his first foul of the game, but he is off to a hot start. 9 points for him, leading all scores in the game thus far. And he was a problem in the matchup last year as well. A big part of Turner. They put up 40. They came up 3 points shy. It was 43-40. Chieftains with the win. They came from behind in the fourth quarter to Tonganoxie by about 5 or 6 points to pick up that win. But Folick had a really impressive performance. Now back having a great night tonight. McRae's three doesn't go. McGuire able to get the board. Goes up with it. Talon there to collect, trying to make it a long-range assist. Second effort won't go. Ball still loose. And the Turner Golden Bears able to control. Finally, it's Marshall.
Yeah, you just can't shoot awkwardly like that. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to go in, but a great job by the Chieftains to still try and just collect an effort, and Turner's going to cost themselves with an offensive foul that they're not too happy about.
So now you got John Chino with 3 fouls, and now you got Pittman, number 24. He just picked up his 3rd foul, so both of those guys will be done for, I would have to assume, the rest of this first half, as he will be checked out of the game. We'll see when he comes back in the 3rd.
He's visibly frustrated on the bench.
Yeah, he was trying to set that screen. He said he stuck that hip out, that leg out, causing the illegal screen. That's the 4th team foul on Turner. Still only 2 team fouls this quarter for Tongi, so 1 more before the Chieftains are put in the bonus. Officials get together, they talk, now going over to the scorers table, making their decision final. Now explaining it to Coach Rolls. It's Chieftain basketball, nonetheless, coming up.
I'm not sure what the conversation's about. I don't think Rolls is too big of a fan of that. And I think they're also explaining to 22 something.
Yeah, so they're waving over. It was McBride that I think he came in. So they sit him down, and now for the first time we see Kyron Cheatham, number 4.
I'm not sure why 22 is sat down.
I'm not too sure either. He went to the scorer's table, was checked in properly. It's not like he just walked onto the floor. Interesting sequence here, but we resume play. Chieftains back on the attack, under 2.5 to go till halftime. 21-19, 2-point lead for Turner. Talon inside, defenders around, finds Gilmore. Extra pass over to McRae. Tight defense here for Turner. Trying to look for that double team and get a takeaway. Reflection, McGuire still controls. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gilmore back to the left, over to McRae. Overhead pass, McGuire, catch and shoot 3 ball. It goes! It's that extra lucky bounce. And there's the second 3 ball of the game for Nolan McGuire as he puts his team back in front by 1.
Love to see that for McGuire. And I mean, the Chieftains, they're still trying to find ways to shoot the basketball, and that's going to be calling the travel all day.
Yep.
Despite Cheatham not liking that call, he definitely dragged that extra step with him. So that's going to be called all day.
Yep, and I'll tell you, for Nolan McGuire, he had his breakout game back December 13th against Jefferson County North, where he went 5 of 9 from downtown for 15 points. And since then, he's kind of been the first guy off the bench for Coach Simmons. Tied for the best 3-point shooter on the team with Jason Byrne, both of them at about a 34% clip. Folick on the drive in here, leaves it short. Owen able to get the board.
That's nice defense by Owen Schmidt. Gets the hustle, trying to chase down Froelich, and then doing a nice job of not collecting a foul, just keeping his hands up. That's one of the best scorers Turner has.
He has showed why so far here. 9 earlier for Folick, leading scorer for Tonganoxie. McRae with 7.
And Rolls is still upset, but I mean, I agree with this call. They called it on Scott, yeah, and I think why is holding on to that arm. He had it held on for an extended part of time, and I know Rolls, he can complain all he wants about that call, but you can't necessarily hold on to somebody's arm when they're driving baseline. That just does not cut it.
You got to do your best to move your feet with them, trying to stay in front of them, cut off that space. So got to try to make it a little bit harder on the official to make a call there.
And I think it's also frustrating that Turner's now putting the Chieftains in the bonus. So, and for Turner, how aggressive they've been, any foul will send him to the free throw line. So they've got to be careful here.
Chieftains back with the lead, missing the 3 ball there for the tie. That one lasts off the hands of Marshall. Shot clock still on, 30 seconds to work, plenty of time for the Chieftains.
I think on this one, you just got to move the basketball, and right there.
Trying to force that entry pass inside to Rowe into the double team. McGray throws it away. Mitchell has it.
And Turner's going to yell at the referees. They thought there was a offensive foul, or defensive foul, excuse me.
A 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Underneath McGee, count the bucket, a chance to tie at the line. Underneath, going to work the big fella, Tylen McGee, the junior.
Talon's not too happy about that. I mean, he did a nice job of just moving his feet with him and having his hands up, but yeah, and I think that's definitely
can't
layup
finish
there, yeah.
that three-point play.
The three-point play, yeah.
Still a 1-point lead for Tongi, 24-23. McGuire in his hands, another three on the way. He knocks it down
with a bunch of contests too.
Scott in his face does not matter. Runs out of time for Folick, and that first half comes to an end. Chieftains taking one of their largest leads of the game to the halftime locker room, 27-23, a 4-point lead for Tonganoxie. It ends with Noel McGuire, his third three-ball. 9 points total. Leading scorer for the Chieftain side. For leading scorer in the game is Nolan McGuire, the junior, continuing to flourish here over the past couple of games. We'll step aside. White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show next on Tongi Sports Live.
Make the landscape of your dreams a reality with a stop at Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape. Just 15 minutes outside of Tonganoxie, come explore their full nursery of plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. Learn from their certified specialists about proper seeding, watering, planting, lawn treatment, and so much more. Visit their website to enroll in classes, preview upcoming events, and request an estimate for your next project. Or give them a call at 913-351-5296. Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape, your one-stop shop for outdoor living.
Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical weight loss, IV nutrition, laser hair removal, laser skin rejuvenation, hydrofacials, and Botox. Visit ridgemedspa.com to book your appointment today in Tonganoxie. Illuminate your beauty.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd. Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active. For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Welcome back. The White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. White Birch Properties and their team are ready to help lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. Dylan Funk, Brendan Bolin, and Dennis Drennan joining me on the broadcast tonight. Closer game at halftime here. The score of Chieftains 27, Turner Golden Bears 23. Tonga able to close out that first half, that second quarter, on an 8-2 Tonganoxie run. So able to kind of build up on a lead a little bit there towards the end. They'll look to extend on that as we start the third quarter. Let's go through the point totals real quick. First for Turner, you got Cheatham and Scott, each with 2 points apiece. Fullick has 9, including 3 of 4 for Downtown. He is the leading scorer for them, tied leading scorer for the game. And Pittman with 2, along with McGee, who's got 8 in the paint. For Tonganoxie, we go over to Talon Langford, who's got 6. Got Noah Carlton. Noah Carlton with 5. Nolan McGuire with 9. He hit some big threes, couple in that second half, or in the second quarter, towards the end of the first half as well. A good end to that quarter for Nolan coming off the bench, and Lachlan McRae with 7. That is the total scoring for Tongi. They went 34% from the field, 9 of 26, including 40% from downtown. 4 of 10 did the Chieftains, and 83.3% from the free throw line. Turner shooting 37% from the field, 37.5% from downtown, 3 of 8, and 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Very minimal attempts there, so we'll see how that progresses as the game goes along. Looking at points off turnovers, 9 turnovers for Tonganoxie, resulting in 11 points for Turner, something they want to get in control in. Tongi has 7 turnovers off of Turner, and has cashed those in for 6 points. And outside of that, the stats are pretty well even across the board from these two teams. Total rebounding, Tonganoxie has the 5 rebound advantage, 20-15 over Turner. And I mean, really, outside of that, these numbers are pretty close, if not just a number or 2 off. Pretty even contest through that first half. That was fast and furious all the way from the get-go, as both these teams came out of the gate hot and up the floor. It was a bit of a track meet. Scoring took a little bit to get started into. We had in total, as far as lead changes, 9 in that first half alone, 2 ties. So it just shows to how close this game has been, as there was a good spout of about 4 or 5 minutes of game time where both teams just trading off 1-point leads. So expected to be closer again here as we get ready to start the second half here. Coming up shortly, that was the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. We'll get our keys to the second half, brought to you by First Security Bank, when we are rejoined by Brendan Bolin on the other side here on Tongi Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to SNS Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. SNS has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and your insurance to ensure a smooth transition, especially from a knee or hip replacement. Choose from one of their highly qualified physical therapists for an individualized plan of care to achieve long-term health benefits. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Go to ptsolutionsks.com for more information.
Family-owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a fifth-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be a breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com. Getting ready for the start of the second half here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. 4-point lead for the Chieftains, 27-23 over the Turner Golden Bears. And Brendan, I throw it back over to you. Our First Security Bank keys to the second half. First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftains Athletics. We mentioned it in our keys to the game. You said the Tonganoxie Chieftains, they needed to come out, they needed to play fast. I feel like that's something that they have done throughout that first half now. They got the 4-point lead. How did they close this out in the second half?
They have to beat the 1-2 or the 2-1-2 zone that Turner's running, because essentially what that does is you have the guy in the middle that'll come with whoever's on that side, and they're gonna press. They're gonna double team you. So they just have to beat the zone that Turner's running, find their way around it, and then shoot more selective. Just shoot more selective and basic, and they can't force turnovers like that. They've done it too many times. You saw it in the girls' game as well. They tried to thread the needle where it wasn't really necessary, so they have to clean that up.
That's the 10th turnover of the game. The number I threw out where you gentlemen were away. Turner, 11 points off turnovers compared to 6 for Tonganoxie. And when the margin is just like that in a 4-point game, that could very well go the way in deciding who ends up winning, who ends up losing this game. There's a nice feed, talent to Carlton as he cuts down on the left side of the lane.
And just beating out McGee to the lane, too. Carlton just a step and a half ahead of McGee, putting up that easy layup. I think the one thing you also have to do if you're the Chieftains, get Turner into foul trouble. You have two players really in foul trouble. You have Cheatham with 3 and you have Pittman with 3. So both of them are on the floor. So I think the only reason is you just got to frustrate him and get him in foul trouble.
There's a beautiful block for Talon. It goes right back in the hands of Pittman. Both feet on the baseline. Just nothing much more you could really do there. Tip your cap to the great defense there played by Talon. Now in the middle of a 10-2 run for Tonga as they extend their lead up to 6, largest of the game. This one swatted away. Pittman says, watch what I can do.
And they're going to tech him, yeah.
No, they're going to give him a technical to Pittman.
That's what I was afraid of, because on that last end, Langford blocked Pittman's shot. And then Pittman had something to say, and he didn't give it to the official. He set the ball down on the ground, and Talon had to pick it up. And then Pittman getting a block back. And you can't talk. In high school, it's really different because any sort of conversation and talk can't really afford much, because the referees will be very quick to blow the whistle and let the other team shoot 2 free throws. So in that situation, Pittman just had something to say that should not have been said, and that's going to be free throws every time. So
I got to tell you, make a great play, and I think at the instance, like you mentioned at the other end, if it doesn't happen right before that, I don't think they give the technical out there. Maybe they do, but I think seeing the way they didn't like Pittman setting the ball on the baseline instead, giving to the official for the inbounds for Talon and company, as the Chieftains now made 5 straight free throws, 2 more added on for Talon's point total. He's got 8 on the night, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I see why they gave the technical there, but more importantly, that's the 4th foul now on Pittman, so he gets taken out of the game probably for the entirety of this third quarter. I'm sure we'll see him later on. McRae, nice drive, even better finish on the right side, and the Chieftains starting to wake up here.
Just easily breezing past the defense. They just stood there. McRae's like, watch this, just Euro-stepping his way through the paint. They're going to call a late foul on the floor.
And it looks like they were pointing at Owen Schmidt as he puts his arms up to the side and says, what happened?
I mean, the ratio of fouls in that first half is 9-3, now 10-4.
Double bounces off the heel, but comes down. Talon able to wrap in the board for Tongi, bringing it across the timeline.
It's the rims, man.
Owen thought about, looking for Carlton, ricocheted around. Here comes Turner back the other way, in the hands of Scott, off to McGee. He had 8 in the first half, swatted away there by Owen. Saving it is Scott at the baseline. Turner still in control. Fullick's little floater is no good, but now another foul will be issued here to Owen Schmidt.
I believe that was Carlton that had the block there.
Was it Carlton that came in?
It was
there?
Carlton, yeah. Went
Good.
right off the backboard. And then Turner just doing their best efforts to chase down the board, and they have Fullick at the line shooting one more.
Well, speaking of Carlton, he is the one. Nope, okay, it's Owen Schmidt. Carlton was heading over like he was coming off to the bench, but it is Owen Schmidt, so he picks up 2 quick fouls. They'll bring him out. Nolan McGuire back in. And you got Fullick going 2 of 2 for the line there, so he's now at 11 points tonight, and still a leading scorer for Turner. McGuire, well, you can tell he's feeling it, so that's about his one free pass of pulling the trigger a little bit early there.
Yeah, he started his motion a little bit too early.
Talon able to deflect that one on the baseline. McGee trying to save it, and again, it'll be Tongi basketball as they're really starting to get in stride here. For the majority of the time in that first half, it felt like we were just trading off 1-point leads. We were trading off 1-point leads. 9 total lead changes, 2 ties in the first half, and now Tongi had their largest lead, but at one point was up to 10, now back down to 8. McGuire, baseline drive, feeds it to Byrne, the ball on the floor. Fullick on top of it, jump ball, and that'll steal a possession from Tongi as the Golden Bears will reclaim control.
You can tell Coach Rolls is not too pleased. I mean, after that technical, I'd be a little bit upset with your team too, and he's yelling at his team, you got to get back. You know, no more talking, no nothing. It's strictly business. You got to play basketball here.
3 near corner, big one there, much needed for Turner. Delivery via McBride.
And yeah, you can't celebrate baskets too early because Tonganoxie is going to make you pay.
Before I could even get the point totals written down on my notepad over here, Nolan adds 2 more ons. He's now got 11. 7-point lead for Tonganoxie. Carlton, tight defense, but a little too aggressive. He's going to get called for the foul. He doesn't like it.
I mean, it's 50-50, but I mean, he felt like it was a clean block.
Fullick, another 3. That one doesn't go. McRae, another board. Hands it off to McGuire. Coming back over towards the left side. Shovels it over to Byrne. Been a quiet night scoring tonight. No points yet for Jason Byrne. They're looking for a pass. That one deflected. Turner back the other way. Fullick leading the charge. Gets by McRae. Had the feet planted. Swirls out at the last second. Don't know how that shot fell out for Fullick. Turner still in control. McGee up strong. A chance to earn him at the line. Can you possibly tell me how that last shot from Fullick did not end up going down?
I have no idea. And like I'm saying, it's the rims. It's just been such an unlucky day.
Especially at this end.
I mean, were there a lot of slam dunks at the tournament that the rims are starting to get worn out or something? I mean, like, nothing just seems to fall. That simply seems, you know, in the case of everybody at home watching, easy. But, I mean,
we saw Corey Rolfe Jr. in the third place game that we covered with Tongi played Bonner Springs. He had a good baseline drive here, slammed it at this basket with emphasis. Left-handed one-hand jam. So, wow, maybe that's enough that did it. Schmidt looking for a 3. Can't get it. McGee on the board for Turner. Turner within striking distance at 5. Big possession here. Pull up, offline. Talon, a good box out underneath on McGee as he collects the board.
Talon did a nice job just going behind the back.
McRae blocked cleanly by McGee. Tried that little pull-up floater. Back in his hands again. Gets it from Carlton. McRae, right hand. That one doesn't go. Talon, he's all over the place, but had it stripped. Had the board, but stripped away. And Scott comes away with it for Turner. Back the other way. Fullick in the lane. Nice move. Good control. And the finish with the left hand. And maybe saw him kind of deflect that ball when it came down. I thought maybe the official was going to give another technical issue, but
yeah, they're going to
said they just kind of give him a warning.
And if they did give him a technical, that'd be the second straight technical called on Turner. That's something you don't want. Just mishandled.
Fullick again.
He's feeling himself. They're within 1. They clawed their way back in.
Had a great performance in the meeting last year. He's coming alive. 8 second-half points, rallying the troops. Turner back within 1. Full timeout on the floor for Coach Simmons. We'll take it with him as we step aside on Tongi Sports Live.
Hey, ladies, here tonight.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
So last time out taken by Coach Simmons for Tongi. They have 3 remaining. Turner with 4, and the Golden Bears is down by as many as 10 in this third quarter, have rallied from behind, now back within 1 on the Chieftains, trying to get a bucket here to stunt this little run. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Jason Byrne doesn't have a point yet, finds Carlton, extra pass looking for Rowe, another turnover for Tongi. Here comes Fullick and company back the other way. He's at 8 points in this third quarter, has Fullick been leading the charge for Turner. 3 on the way for the lead. Goes offline. The last one from Cheatham. Carlton had it knocked away from behind, takes a bump. Little slow to get up. Turner with some numbers. Now Byrne pokes it away, but he's called for the foul.
And I think that's, I don't know, a bit of retaliation just because Carlton should have at least had a foul. And, I mean, Byrne just doing the right thing, and I wouldn't say it's good to retaliate, but still, I mean, you can't just let contact like that slip away out of your grasp. I mean, and of course the Chieftains putting Turner into the bonus, which you don't want.
Yeah, 2 minutes to go in the third, and only 1 team foul for Turner. And now they are in the bonus the rest of the way, but not going to do any good if you can't knock them down.
And all that's doing is just feeding to the fire that Turner's built.
Looking for the tie on the back end. He does that. 5 of 6 from the free throw line for Fullick in this one.
I think just for safety measures, getting Fullick out of the game and getting him some water real quick is a smart move.
18 points already in this game. 9 of them coming in this third quarter. Jason Byrne looking to get on the board. Doesn't do it there. Rowe, a nice board underneath. Looking to go up strong on McGee. Can't finish it. Had a good look at it underneath, but couldn't get the finish. McBride with the board, now in the hands of Marshall.
It's got to be a defensive stop. You just got to play stout.
McGee trying to go to work. Rowe coming over late. Good help defense. McGee was banging underneath. with Talon Langford. He goes out of bounds, stays at this end with the Golden Bears.
They wanted a call, but no, it was definitely all basketball there. So I don't think they're really going to consider it much.
Cheatham on the inbound. Looking for options, finds Scott, calls for it, met by Schmidt. Got about a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock. Time to kill for Turner. Scott stops near the line and travels. Big turnover, big stop on defense for Tongi, keeping his game tied 35 all.
Kind of hopped his way over, so Chieftains can kill it to under a minute left, and I don't think they're going to do that, especially with a look like that.
Tries to go up strong, nicely done for Rowe. So he gets his own board. Bodies collapse around him. He goes up strong and draws another foul. That one will be tagged to McGee. I have it as his first.
It is, yes.
And it is his first. A minute 16 to go in the third. Anthony Rowe, 2 free throws on the way for him. 62.5% from the free throw line this season for Anthony Rowe.
Gilmore in the game for Tonganoxie. Number 10.
You got Jet coming back in. And you got Follick coming back in for Turner. Turner's fans trying to get loud. Second free throw, good for Anthony Rowe. Lead back over to Tongi. Nine lead changes, 3 ties in this one. As close as you can get. Scott, big three, knocks it down. And just like that, we have our 10th lead change. Turner back in front by 2. That one doesn't go. McGee with the board. Here come the Golden Bears with numbers. McGee trying to go himself. Little strong, still fighting near the baseline. Whistles come in, and it'll be Chieftain basketball. As you have Carlton coming back in along with McGuire for Tonganoxie. Anthony Rowe and Jet Gilmore will come out. And it looks like Anthony, for head coach Rolls for Turner, was a little bit frustrated. I think he might have wanted McGee maybe to slow that one down a little bit.
They're just trying to play quick. They're trying to play aggressive. Whenever they get in a groove, they start to play a little bit egotistical almost. And you know, when you get yourself in a groove, you can feel that way, but you just can't really, and McGuire just extended his arm.
Yep.
He's going to be a little confused about that, but I mean, just you can't extend your arm like that. You're going to get called for that 9 times out of 10, whether you meant to or not.
Anytime there's that little slight extension, like you mentioned, officials are going to be right on top of it. So shot clock is off, 24 seconds. A chance to build on his 2-point lead. Remember, Turner was down by as many as 10 points, the largest lead of the game for Tongi here in the third quarter. But on the back of 9 points from Follick, they have rallied from behind. That last 3 from Scott has put them in front by 2 and looking to build. Largest lead of the game so far for Turner has been 7. Follick, 3 ball, offline. Carlton controls. And that is how the third quarter comes to an end. 3 down, 1 more to go here inside Chieftain Arena tonight. We got a good one brewing. Turner taking the 2-point lead to the 4th on Tongi Sports Live.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great. Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Anybody's ball game as we head to the 4th quarter. Dylan Funk alongside Brendan Bolin and Dennis Drennan Turner, the 2-point lead, 38-36. The Chieftains have now ceded their 4-point halftime lead. They built the lead up to as large as 10 points in that third quarter. Now find themselves trailing by 2, a story they have heard all too often this season. Looking to finish this fourth quarter strong and pick up the win. They get the stop here. Does Turner on defense. Fullick just picking the pocket of Schmidt. Ball's back in his hands. Full head of steam at Talon. And he draws the foul.
Turner's just feeling themselves right now. I mean, they know that they had a huge mountain to climb, and they've been able to do that. And on top of that, they're starting this fourth quarter off going to the free throw line. The Chieftains just have to stay composed. You can't give them any sort of momentum to start this game.
5th trip total to the line for Turner tonight, 4th for Fullick. Makai Fullick, the senior, he was a big contributor to the game last year, doing it again here tonight. 2 more added on at the line. He's got an even 20.
He's been such a good two-way scorer. I mean, from the perimeter, inside, I mean, he's done it all for Turner.
And another takeaway, up the floor we go. This is Cheatham, an easy lay-in for 2, and Turner continues to pile on.
I mean, they're feeling themselves, but I don't know why you feel the need to celebrate this early. I mean,
well, all the momentum definitely on their side, trying to put this game away. Chieftain Athletics, and presented in part by Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Whether you want to take classes in high school or after graduation, KCCC is in your backyard. Check out how college can help you today at kckcc.edu. Also by Crookham Construction, performing a wide variety of concrete construction and special project services throughout the area. They're hardworking people with small town family values. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com. This has been kind of the story of this Chieftain team all season long. 3-10, 0-9 in Frontier League play. And again, they are a better team than what the record shows, but their struggles have been with strong in the first half, coming out in the second half. They did better in that third quarter, but again, seeing a 10-point lead dwindle away. Now you're looking up, down by 6 points. And all the momentum on the side of Turner. McGuire trying to change that here. That 3 doesn't go. Pittman on the board. And it continues to be second half struggles for the Chieftains this season. Pull up 3 in transition. Maybe a little bit too eager on that one for Cheatham. Chieftains catching a break here, still down 6. McGray, somehow able to save that one. Trying to put it in for 2, and he does. What a big swing there.
Like I said, you can't celebrate too early. You can't really, I mean, even though you have the momentum on your side, you still got to lock in and play basketball.
Sure. Got a long 6.5 minutes ahead of us to decide a winner. Look at this drive going around the world and laying it in. Almost uncontested is Marshall, going around a couple of defenders as he gets his first bucket of the night.
Turner's not been afraid to go inside and just drive and score. I think that's the one thing the Chieftains got to understand. Turner's not afraid to drive in. You got to limit those.
McRae. Well, a 3 doesn't go. Fullick on the board.
Bit too eager there.
Now you got Marshall at the other end, thought about taking the 3. Coach Rolls getting into his ear, saying, no, let's pass this out. Get a possession going. 22 seconds and counting on the shot clock.
Although I think the assistant coach wanted him to shoot that 3.
As did the student section, too. Scott passing it off. Cheatham again for 3. This time leaves it short.
Pittman, despite the hustle, just couldn't quite collect it.
Lachlan up top. Jason Byrne gives it back to Lachlan. Another 3 for him. That one no good. Hard clank on the iron. Saved, but in the hands of Carlton. Jason Byrne for 3. Does not go. And Fullick pulls down the board over Talon Langford. Gives to Pittman. He's going to go right at McGuire. Up with the right hand. Count the bucket. So the second foul of the game on Nolan McGuire. As you had Pittman, a full head of steam, goes right into his chest and draws the foul, looking to finish off the 3-point play.
Turner's playing aggressive, and I think the Chieftains, you have to accept that they're going to play that way to finish off the game, and you just got to match the energy.
Now a full timeout will be taken by Coach Simmons. I believe Tongi will be left with one remaining after this one. We got the Pittman free throw trying to cap off the three-point play when we return next on Tongi Sports Live.
Community-minded and community-strong. That's what you get at Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. Community National offers big city amenities with the personalization of a small-town bank. They make banking easy with a 24-hour on-site ATM and mobile app that allows you to bank from anywhere. They offer great options on loans, checking and savings accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. Stop by and let their friendly staff serve you at 231 North Main Street in Tonganoxie. Community National Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Member FDIC.
Looking to cap off this three-point play at the line. Free throw coming up for it is Pittman, and that'll be at the line. Colin Pittman, the senior. And he does that.
I think the Chieftains just have to play conservative and find the right shots. And right there, Carlton had enough room to where he was able to do his signature hook shot in. So
in the middle of a 25-6 Turner run as they have stormed back and taken this game over, now up 7.
And yet another block on Pittman from Talon Langford. Commotion before that was even thrown in. Not sure what about.
Under 5 to go in the game. 7-point lead for Turner. Foley trying to go. Feed it to his man Marshall, but Talon there getting into the window, taking the basketball away. Chieftains need to start stringing some points together here. McRae, hesitation, right hand, does not go, and Pittman underneath gets the board.
Those tough baskets won't fall for you every time. I know Laughlin's been pretty good at them tonight. It's just got to be more selective this late in the game. Coach Rawls emphatic, but he's telling his team, you got to stay locked in. That's a nice way to respond.
Beautiful 3-ball from Owen Schmidt on the other end. Keeps it a 6-point game. Much needed first points of the game for Owen. And Follick can't answer at the other end. Costly turnover here for Tongi. And Coach Simmons, ball's in his hands right now. And now Coach Rawls will take a full timeout as he wants to get some subs into this game.
That and Tuck strategy as well. I mean, still up 6, but I think he just needs to get his team dialed in.
Timeout Turner, full timeout.
Timeout on floor presented by Grounded Coffee House, established in 2022. Grounded Coffee House serves great coffee with an even greater cost. Learn how you can help make a difference and to support. Follow them on Facebook and check out their website, groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Tongi Sports Live.
Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org.
There's Turner basketball, 3 minutes, 51 seconds to play. Turner down by as many as 10 points in the second half, and they were knocking on the door of a 10-point lead of their own. It got up to 9, currently sits at 7, or 6, excuse me. I can do math. Not very well, but I can do it. 49-43. Talon got a hand on that one, trying to find to McGee, and here comes Jason Byrne and company back the other way.
I don't think they taught you much math in journalism school, Dylan.
It's a nice finish for Carlton. 11 points on the night for him now.
Rather, that wasn't a subtle roast. That was just more of a just honest. I mean, sure, you have to get by freshman year electives, but still.
Folick, another feed to McGee. It ends up in the hands of Marshall. McGee didn't quite get a good handle on that one. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pittman going through 2 defenders and able to finish.
Just can't let him do that. Letting him dive right in.
Byrne in and out. Trying to answer with a big 3. He's the leading 3-point shooter, 34% from downtown. That one would have been a big one, but it goes in and out. Lead is still 6 for Turner. McGee, 2 strides, finish on the right side.
Just leaving him open room in the lane, and you're letting them have all the momentum right now to just claw their way back in. It's just forcing you to make more heroics than you already didn't need to.
Extra pass now to Langford, finds Schmidt, has space, extra pass back to Talon. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Good recovery defense here for Turner. Not giving an open 3 look.
You don't have much time. You gotta be selective on one.
There's a big board. Schmidt goes up, can't finish it. Ball still loose in the hands of Scott. And that's a big moment here. Possession arrow in favor of Turner.
Nice
jump ball.
Yeah.
It'll still be Golden Bears basketball. Coach Rolls trying to get that timeout, and he's got 3 to spend. He was trying to keep that possession arrow in his back pocket. Tongi left with only 1 timeout the remainder of this game. And Coach Rolls will take one.
Yeah.
Yep. Coach Rolls will take the timeout here. Close one. Coming down to stretch, 1:57. Turner still in control. They're up 53-45. We pause and we're going to take a look at what we have coming up next here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We'll be back at it next week on Tuesday here at home. Doubleheader against Eudora, and then a week from now on the road at Bonner Springs. Another matchup with the Braves. Second matchup for the Lady Chieftains and the Lady Braves. It'll be the third matchup for the boys teams. And then back here on the 11th Valentine's Day week, as we'll have the second matchups of the year against Lewisburg. So all those coming up here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. You can check out our website, varsitysportslive.com, to preview all of the upcoming broadcasts on Tonganoxie Sports Live. As always, if you're watching us here on YouTube, appreciate you all joining along. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you never miss a broadcast of Chieftain Athletics here on Tongi Sports Live. Going to see Coach Simmons bring out the full court pressure here for Tongi. Trying to create some turnovers, trying to claw their way back into this one. Pittman has it, easily gets his way through. Head of steam, hands off to McGee, collides with Carlton. Foul will be on the floor. No shooting foul, but it'll be another one tacked to Carlton. Either picks up his second or his third. I believe should be his third. It is his third.
And I think that's why Coach Rolls wanted to call that timeout, because he's going to tell his guys, hey, we got to expect this press. We got to look back on what was on film, and they got to figure out how to beat it and get down the floor. And sometimes when you beat those presses like that, it's going to cost you a disadvantage in numbers. And like that, it just put more points on the board.
From down by 10 to leading by 10. Largest lead of the game for Turner as they have stormed back, flipped this game on its head. Carlton open near corner 3, Little Long. Has not made a 3-ball all season. It doesn't change on that shot. And as we come towards the final minute, Turner is getting to the point where Tongi's got to start fouling. They got 3 team fouls. Nothing called yet. Coach Rolls wants a timeout. Not going to be granted it. We barrel towards a minute left. Turner playing keep away. McGee, foul on the floor.
It's got to be one more and then send them to the line. And now you're at a point where Chieftains just have to shoot desperation threes, which they've kind of started to feel themselves with desperation threes in the third quarter, but kind of towards the recent stretch, it's not really been in their favor.
As a team on average, 28.4% from 3-point range.
Behind the back from Talon Langford to get down the floor.
Here's a big one on the way from McCray. Doesn't go. Carlton tips it out. Nicely done. McCray steps into it. Can't get it to go. 2 good looks from downtown for Lachlan McCray.
You got a foul now.
Under 45. Lachlan gets the steal off the official. Burns still controls. He'll take the 3. That comes up short. hits the baseline, 36 seconds, and Turner, they can smell it.
I believe it'll be their second win in the last 3 years.
They came in with a record tonight, 2-8. They lost 7 of their last 8 games by an average of 24 points at Turner. And we mentioned Tongi, as far as prior matchups, they have won 4 of the last 5. That streak in jeopardy right now. 10-point lead for Turner. Be back in 30 seconds on Tongi Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Starting to get into that desperation territory for Tonganoxie. Down 10, 36 seconds. You need one more foul to send Turner to the line for the bonus. They're not fouling yet. They're trying to get the steal. Precious seconds ticking away, and now under 30 seconds. Off the sneaker, so here's one takeaway. McRae will lay it in for 2. And now Simmons will burn another timeout.
Their last one.
The very last one. They take it down to 8.
Which it's 50-50 on being the right or wrong call, but I think in the long run it has to be the right call because burning this last timeout, you have 24.1 seconds. Try and string a few plays together. I think Simmons is going to tell his team, listen, this is going to be your fight the rest of the way. I can't help you. I can't call a timeout for you. I can't save you at all. You've got to do all the work yourself. So I think he's just going to tell his team, you got to talk, you got to foul, you just got to pray they miss the free throws. And then from there, this is your own dogfight.
It has been a stretch in the second half where Turner has outscored the Chieftains 33-13 to erase that 10-point deficit, to take the lead by 10 at one point, and have all the control right now does Turner. Tongi did get that big turnover, so able to lay it in for McRae. Takes the lead down to 8, 24.1 seconds. If you could get another quick steal here, it may be a quick 3-ball. But again, Tongi with no timeouts. Turner left with 1 remaining. Full court pressure is on. Fullick able to inbound it, double team in the corner for Tongi. They throw it off the shin of Jason Byrne. It'll stay Turner Bear basketball. It was Scott. He had Byrne and Schmidt trying to trap him in that far corner, and wisely just able to realize where he was at, throw it off the knee of Jason Byrne. Will redo it. 21.2 seconds on the clock. Fullick inbounding. Schmidt doing jumping jacks in front of him. He finds Smith, and it's taken away. Trying to go back to Fullick. Byrne, 3-ball is good. Let's get crazy here, potentially.
Right decision to foul there. Although you let it a bit too long to burn clock there.
8.6 seconds. There's been a lot of seconds, and even going back to, we've seen the Chieftains, they did well. They got 2 steals. They capitalized for 5 points on those to make it a 5-point game now. But again, those are a lot of seconds that ticked away and melted away. 8.6, and now if you're Turner, make your free throws. Put this one out of any doubt whatsoever, and rattling the first one in there. First trip to the free throw line tonight for number 3, Cedric Scott. Got 6 points on the night, looking for 7, and he gets both.
Stepped on the line, yeah.
Oh, so.
And that's going to be good for the Chieftains because that move, thought he moved the basketball up, but.
Lachlan got to get something up quick here. He's going to go to the bucket, leaves it short on the layup. Turner with the board, and that's going to do it in this one.
And that's the end of your ball game. Final score.
56-50. The Turner Golden Bears come in and pull off an upset of sorts. They break that 7-game skid that they were on. They've now won 2 straight games. And they move up to 3-8. Meanwhile, the Chieftains will drop to 3-11 on the season. And a lot of frustrated looks from this Chieftain team right now as they head back into the locker room. A team in a game that they felt like they hadn't won. They were up 10 in the third quarter. Let the game get away. Credit to Turner. They took it more than Tongi really let it get away. It was a great effort on both sides for both of these teams. But Turner able to get the win as we will switch on over into our Brothers Market post-game show. You can check out the weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shop@brothersmarket.com, where they treat you like family. Going through the point totals here for we'll start first with Turner. You got Cheatham finishing with 4 points. Scott with 6, that one free throw there at the end, making it 6, not 7. Marshall with 2. Fullick leading the scoring with 18 points, 5 of 14 running the field, including 3 of 6 from downtown. What a night he had. 3 points for McBride, 9 for Pittman, and 14 for McGee. 6 of 10 shooting from the field for McGee for the 56 total points for Turner. As for Tongi, you had Jason Byrne with 3, Talon Langford with 8, 11 apiece for Noah Carlton and Nolan McGuire, 13 for Lachlan McRae, leading scorer tonight for Tonganoxie, and a 3 for Owen Schmidt. Tongi shot the ball 31.6% from the field, Turner 38.2%. 31.3% from downtown for the Golden Bears, 23.1% from downtown from Tonganoxie.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to give your hats off to Turner. They played a great and competitive game. I mean, you got to understand, like we mentioned all game long, that they play in a really tough conference where they have to keep that grit and they have to keep that tenacity, and they did just that with the Chieftains. And I mean, both these teams really wanted to come out swinging. Their season's not been what it wanted to be, especially on the record books for both these teams, you could say especially. But, I mean, it came down to, in my opinion, the turnover margin. I mean, you're looking at 15 to 19.
Yep. I
mean, although it's close, Turner had 22 points off turnovers to the Chieftains' 14. So Turner, they necessarily made the Chieftains pay when they turned the ball over. But I think you got to give credit to the Chieftains who, I mean, despite being down as large as 10, they managed to claw their way back into this game late. And I think you got to understand that they never stopped fighting. But I think when it comes down to the grand scheme of things, you have to play the full 32 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this was a game where you're looking at lead changes 10 and numbers of ties 3. This was a back-and-forth game all throughout. Tongi took the lead into halftime, controlled it for a bit, and then Turner retook the lead at 38-36, and then they never looked back from that point on. That was a little bit later on in the third quarter, and they held the lead for the rest of the way as we see the longest run for Turner in that second half, 19-3, outscoring Tongi in that run, like we mentioned, to eliminate that 10-point deficit they faced and eventually build it up to a 10-point lead. Did Turner. So both these teams coming in, they were desperate for a win. Both teams needed a win really bad. Turner with 2 wins, Tonganoxie with 3 on the season. You mentioned, Brendan, both teams not where they wanted to be, not to where they wanted to be performing at this mark of the year. But, Tonganoxie, this is going to be a thing that goes forward, that this team that they're going to continue to try to figure out here, that they had a lead at halftime. They came out strong. They had the 10-point lead in the third quarter, like we've talked about many times. And now it's just about how do you finish games, I think. So, again, this team is too talented. They are too good to have this 3-11 record, 0-9, winless in league play, as they have been so far this year. And you ask every one of these seniors and everybody in that locker room, everyone's going to be a little ticked off. The coaches are going to be a little bit ticked off. And you got two great matchups again next week against Eudora and Bonner Springs, and that you've lost 2 times now to Bonner. You've lost once to Eudora, and that Eudora matchup in December, that was another case where they led by, I believe it was about 6 or 7 points at halftime. Eudora came from behind and it was able to win that game by 6 points. So it's just got to be moving forward somehow. You got to find a way to try to finish these games, rally on, play 4 full quarters of basketball, and hopefully there at the end. We saw the team last year when they turned the page to February. They got kind of hot and they made a run. They were able to qualify for the postseason. They went to Fort Scott maybe this team could do it again this year. But, they're going to be highly motivated going into next week. They're going to be right back at it here. A great test against a really good Eudora team who we saw a couple of times in the tournament last week. And, they don't look like any slouches. I know they started off slow, but I still regard Eudora as one of the top, not only top girls team in 4A, but also boys team in 4A. So we'll see how this team responds on Tuesday.
Yeah, and looking at the standings, the Chieftains are in that bottom 2 position, so they are on the brink of elimination.
Currently.
Going into the span of things. They have a tough test ahead of them, but I think the message that I know Coach Simmons is going to tell his team, he's like, how bad do you really want to be in this fight? You have quite a long season ahead of you still. You've got you're finishing off January, you got into February, you got till mid-February to turn things around, and then, you can smell March. You can smell postseason basketball coming up, and Simmons is going to tell his team, how bad do you want to be in the postseason? He said he's going to tell his team, look, I understand we're not in the place we want to be, but he said it's up to y'all to figure out if you want to be in this fight still. And I know, a lot of the guys on this team, they definitely don't want to be in this spot where they're at right now, and I know they're going to do the right thing and try and turn this around, but it's got to be good mindset coming from these guys and wanting to, toughen up to the competition they're going to have to play against the last couple of weeks, because you're on that line. You're on that cutoff line. Wamego, Lewisburg, Labette County, and Independence all at 3 wins each. So you're not far behind, and you're not really out of reach.
Yeah.
But it's got to be, can you stick it out in the fight?
Yeah, and again, they played really well last night against Baldwin. They had the 10-point lead tonight against Turner. They played this Eudora team they're facing next, really close on the road. Bonners blanked them twice now, but they showed some good fight in the last matchup 6 days ago, and the third-place game at the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament. So it's all out in front of this team, and like you mentioned, they are not by any means eliminated from getting to one of those spots in the postseason. And really, and like my partner Dennis Renton always likes to say, you just need a ticket to the dance. You need to get into the ball, and anything can really happen. This is a Tonga team that even if they're going to be coming in, as one of the bottom, seeds, this is still not a team I want to see. If I'm one of the top 4 seeds, I don't want to see them in an opening game to open up my sub-state, because this is a team, like we've said many times, they are better than what the record shows, and I think hopefully we can start seeing them play like that as we turn the page into February. So they let one get away here tonight. Close game, but Tonga coming up a little bit short, 56-50, the final score here. Lady Chieftains got the win in their matchup. They're now 8-5. The boys draw to 3-11. We'll be back here inside Chieftain Arena Tuesday night. Doubleheader varsity for basketball against Eudora. That will start at 6 o'clock for the girls game. Boys game at around 7:30. That is when we will see you all next time here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. You've been watching Chieftain Athletics on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.